Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Tales of Telduria. Today we have Group A with us, and RNGesus has chosen Catan to detail what happened last session.
Hi.
Thanks, Catan.
You're welcome. Last session we went to the library to see if we could find out anything about the location of the druid temples around the area. We met Hot Batwoman, and Batwoman has allowed Vivi to borrow a shit ton of books under the guise of everybody in the party borrowing one book, as is allowed for the tourists of Ardwall, and Vivi's very excited about that. Vivi would have probably rather stay in the library, but Catan doesn't really want to leave her alone in a place where they're all considered strangers. So he convinced Vivi that once we finish this druid temple nonsense, they would go back to the library and read more books, and Vivi is now very, very convinced. Thanks to Rosin's, immaculate knowledge. Immaculate knowledge. We managed to find the location of the Druid Temple. The Druid Temple had a note at the front of it saying, "Hello, this is Druid Temple. If you see Nancy, please tell her she's a good girl. Also, this is for her." And it's a squeaky ball. Samson took possession of the squeaky ball, and it turns out that Nancy is this big tarantula, big baby. And
pretty baby.
She really loves the squeaky ball. Samson may throw the squeaky ball, and Nancy will jump and will do anything to get to the ball, including crushing other spider brethren. But it turns out that the other spider brethren were not really brethren at all. They seem to be more of a parasitic to Nancy's nest. And from the observations of the group has surmised that the nest of these parasitic spiders have possibly taken over and have eaten Nancy's remaining eggs. So we're all not very happy about that. We fought 2 rounds of these parasitic spiders until we found a gigantic room with gigantic spiders, and then Catan had the idea of immolating everything, to which Samson led Nancy away from the room to play with Nancy in a different area so that Rosin and Guava could go around with some invisibility to prepare the room for the greasening. And then everything got immolated. The spiders died. Nancy was very happy. Nancy did a stick bug dance. And then there was a portal. And we all decided that we would all go in without much hesitation or inspection. And before Samson went in, Samson was gifted an egg. And this egg is Nancy's last egg sac, and if Samson has to make a reflex save and fails in any way, shape, or form, that egg dies.
Miles.
And now we're here. Yippee!
I like
Anyway,
how Guava's the reason why you're all here, but not mentioned once.
She helped with the greasing.
It's more along the lines of the reason why you all started looking for the Druid Temple is because she needed a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, it's okay.
Don't worry, it's okay.
It's okay.
Depression sucks, but spiders smile.
Spiders smile.
Sure.
Alright, well, let me close this for a second. So this is where you are, and if I recall correctly, one of you did roll high enough when you were doing one of the druid puzzles back on the first floor, where you managed to pick up a map, yes?
Right, the map is
Samson?
in relation to this area, I think.
Yes, is it Samson that's holding on to it?
Yes.
Alrighty. In which case, Samson...
He's been very handsy with everything.
In which case, Samson, you are the only person that is allowed to make a perception check.
Oh,
Do we want to start the music?
Fair. Give me just a
Thank
moment.
you, God.
Alright, so everyone go over to the music.
Yep.
Is everyone ready?
Mm-hmm.
No. I'm kidding. Yes.
Okay, so Nyx is not allowed to participate in today's session.
Yeah. Can I sleep then? Can I have a nap?
No, you actually have to
You
do
must stay awake
push-ups
and get cocked.
the entire time, actually.
50 reps of 20 push-ups
Go to
each,
the D&D
60
cup.
sit
I'll
up,
die.
15 minutes of plank, no toes.
I'll die.
No toes.
T.
Yeah, you got to do plank back of the foot.
Yeah.
Oh.
You.
Okay. That's great. Thanks.
Ew.
Are you trying to leave, Missile? Is that what you're trying to do?
No, don't send him here.
Has he eaten?
Kinda.
Okay, fine.
Kinda.
Anyway,
This
on
was very
go.
odd.
So, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, real quick. Bot, you're super hot. You've got massive titties. Please
Yeah,
let
you call
today
that
be a
Bot.
better day.
The bot's a masochist. You gotta be mean.
Yeah, you gotta be mean to it. You gotta be like, you just gotta call it a haw.
Slap the
We need
titty.
to have like, hey bot, can you please pull out the kink list and like show us what you're into, what you're not into?
Yeah.
I don't know. Seems like I got.
It kinda
seems like I got
worked.
after.
21 for a perception check. That seems kind of high for this level.
I have +3 due to my intelligence, +8 because I have literally poured a point into it every single level, +3 as a class skill, +3 for trap finder, and +4 for goggles.
You have perception and wisdom.
Yeah, perception's based on your wisdom.
Or yeah, my wisdom modifier is +3.
He did get the goggles.
I did
I
get
am,
the
I am
goggles.
looking at you suspiciously.
Simpson went to the optometrist and got his prescription updated.
8 +3 +3
Samson
+3.
need glasses.
8 +3 +3 +3 +4 is 21.
Taiwan.
20.
Alright, I believe you.
The drawback is now he looks like a big nerd.
It's just
True.
cartoon glasses that just have the pupil, the big ass pupil in the center.
Yeah,
So that's a 36.
yeah, give me just a second, because I gotta calculate stuff, remember?
I'm so yipe. Let's skip 2 levels.
Alright,
What?
so Samson, with the map pulled up, you look around and you notice that the room that everyone is in looks very familiar, because on your map, while it may not be colored like this, it is rather intricately detailed, at least enough for you to realize and recognize where you are. You go over to the red X over here and you inspect, looking around, and you see that there is a very thin tripwire that is close to the ground that would have otherwise been impossible to see. Why? Because in case you haven't noticed for this particular map, it is entirely flooded with water up to a certain point. Now, the water only goes up to about your ankles, so it's not like you have to trudge through it and receive penalties or anything. But it's high enough to hide this tripwire for this particular trap.
Guys, all this water reminds me, I could summon lightning now. You guys want to see?
No!
Yeah. Catan says sarcastically.
Also, there's like wires on the ground.
I see.
Vivi asks if it's a trap.
Seems that way.
She immediately gets very excited and starts walking over to the trap.
No.
Oh, no, no,
No, no.
You pick her up.
He picks her up.
And she's just sitting there with her little thieves' tools in her hand, giving you a big frown.
I don't know, it could be good
You want
practice.
to try and disarm it?
What do you think I was gonna do?
Walk into it.
Can we at least determine if it's the kind that'll go off when disarmed? You know,
Let's
maybe
decide that
avoid.
first.
Let's avoid putting the baddie in danger. Okay.
That is not a mechanic in Pathfinder.
Yeah, but it's a mechanic with you.
No.
All right, let her disarm it.
She pouts at Catan.
Fine, you can go do it. Just be very careful.
Yippee! She runs off to the trap. She disarms it.
Any clue what it would do?
Audible sigh of relief. Okay. Alright.
You all hear a distinct click after she disarms the trap, and the tripwire immediately starts to sag, to which she then cuts with one of her gauntlets, I guess. I'm sure one of them can cut something. To which the
Yes,
trap
I'm
then
sure.
fails to fire. And as she listens around for it, hearing the repeated strike of something trying to go off, she shrugs and has no idea what it's supposed to be. Catan, you can go ahead and roll a perception check, because I'm pretty
okay.
sure you'd be the only one to really recognize what that would be.
Okay. How interesting that would be the case. I wonder why.
It's almost like you're a thief or something.
I am a lawful thief. Smile, anyway.
You pay attention to the firing and the mechanic and everything else, to which you follow the noise and you notice this statue over here has several small holes in it. So you recognize that this would have been an arrow firing trap.
Ah. Well, good thing that was disarmed.
Vivi
pretty
smiles, and she's like, "Are you proud?"
Yes, sweetie, I'm very proud.
She goes, "Yippee!" and
Yeah,
then
very
immediately
good
runs
job.
off to try and find another trap.
Okay, Vivi.
Hold on, Vivi,
Look, left
hold
and right,
on.
look left and right, Vivi.
Vivi, I've got the Vivi, I've got the map. Let's maybe work in tandem here, okay?
She runs back to Samson and then grabs the map and runs off.
Excuse you.
Vivi. Please just remember, look around the corners.
Catan, I think your kid's about to die.
I think my daughter is fine.
She's very excitable.
Like,
For her.
click,
still water?
explosion down the hallway.
What was that, Rosin?
Is this still water or is it moving?
The water is moving, yes. As a matter of fact, as you all walk over into the second room, you look to your left. Let's move Lysandra, and then let's move Guava. As you look to your left down the room, you see that there's a waterfall that leads out. So you know where the water's going, not so much where it's coming from, though. Vivi, now holding the map, goes, "A trap."
Well, just remember, be careful, listen first.
Awesome step out of this hallway.
Rosin will step out of the hallway. Which direction?
I don't
left
like
or
that we're.
right?
I'll go left. I don't like that we're all grouped together around the trap.
Okay.
I don't like it either, but I think Catan will move 2 squares north to be next to Vivi, just in case anything happens. He could at least get her out of the way.
Alrighty. Lysandra and Samson, what about you?
I'm gonna stay where I'm at, just in case I need a heal.
Just stay where you at, just in
I-
case you need to heal.
Yeah.
I am currently
That's what I'm doing.
protecting a baby, so I'm gonna stay with Lysandra.
Next to me? Really?
So you're gonna stand here.
Well, no, opposite side.
You know, the baby,
So
maybe
over
not with
here.
Rosin?
Or over here. Or over here.
No, where you had me before.
Here.
One to the left.
Other left.
I hate you.
The other
so
left?
I'm just gonna stay put right there.
Okay.
Okay.
So Vivi, holding the map, starts to look around and gently starts to glide her hand through the water because, according to Samson, the tripwire was being disguised by the running water, to which she eventually finds, and then she very quickly and haphazardly shoves the map to Catan. And she then lays down in the water. Catan, you watch as her eyes focus, like narrowing in down on what she's trying to work with, and her tongue curls out of her mouth and upwards towards her nose as she tinkers around with the trap before it eventually disarming it.
Okay. All right. She disarmed it.
Okay.
These druids are pretty mechanical.
Vivi then immediately runs up into the room over here to try and look around.
Katan's obviously gonna be following closely behind her.
What is the rest of the group gonna do? Do they want to continue onwards, or do they want to wait?
I don't want to go too deep without Samson or VV. So I don't know. If it's
currently the
disarmed,
one in
I'll go back
possession
into the
of
hall, I guess.
It is disarmed. It should be safe.
She says with a mouthful of soup.
No, it's a mouthful of gummy bear.
Oh,
Gummy
I'm
bears.
done
I want gummy bears.
No,
Me.
Gummy bears.
these are all mine.
Ah.
I'm gonna eat them by biting the head off first.
well,
Oh,
fair
Catan, you
enough.
can go ahead and roll for perception.
Yippee. Yipe.
Oh.
You don't see anything.
Does
Not
Josh
hearing
see
any
anything?
explosions or anything, Samson would like to also go join them in the room.
So you're gonna follow them up here into the room?
Yeah, he was waiting for
That's-
any kind of sounds of boom, but
Is there any reason why you want to be here?
well, he's gonna try and snag the map back.
Well, you see that Catan is holding the map.
Ugh, guess I'll let it slide just this once.
You scared of Catan?
No, he's scared of Vivi punching him in the balls if he tries to take anything from Catan.
Why would Vivi do that?
I don't know.
Then why be afraid?
Catan, may I have the map back, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Alright, what story you see? VV's punching you in the balls.
Vivi starts to
Dexterity's
look
saving
around the
throw.
room to see if there's anything here, exploring all the pillars and the effigies and whatnot, and it just simply seems to be some kind of worship altar. Though she does point out to a hole in the back right-hand corner of the room, to which when she looks over at Catan, she says, water.
Yes, sweetie. Water.
It's coming from this hole.
Wait, what?
Yeah. See, look, it's over there.
Oh, huh.
The hole is
wonder-
wet.
Yeah, yes, sweetie. That tends to. Yes.
I can't fit in the hole.
No, don't even. Okay, all right, sweetie. We have to deal with this. All right. You cannot just enter an area that is covered with water, because you would suffocate.
She holds up a finger and she's like, actually, it's called drowning.
You
I
would
mean-
die from lack of air. So don't do that. Also, secondly, why would you want to try and fit in the hole?
I thought you wanted to explore.
I do. There are other ways for us to explore. We don't need to try
I mean-
this hole.
I could give her the ability to breathe
No, we're
underwater.
going to move on, he says, and he takes Vivi's hand and starts walking out of the room.
And Vivi's like, yeah, I'm not a fish.
I
Okay.
You're right, sweetie. You are not a fish.
So what was in the room?
There's a hole with water, and that's where the water's coming from. That's what we could
Okay.
discern.
And she repeats, and I'm not a fish.
Yes, and we've also learned
Oh,
that
you're
Vivi's
not.
not a fish.
Vivi
Wasn't
has
there
not heard
something
about
else in
cave
that
divers on
room
the
out of
news.
character, Lee, guys?
Yes, there was an altar out of character. No one's
Yeah, like, are
Yeah.
we just forgetting.
Would we be able to hear that, considering we're like, I don't know, 20 feet away in a closed space?
Probably not.
Oh, really?
Oh
Okay.
my god.
We'll
An
never
altar!
know.
We don't tell the religious person!
I mean, you can go search for yourself.
There's nothing yet. There's nothing stopping you from going in there.
I'm trying not to metagame. Can I go in there and look?
I don't know,
go in there
can
and
you?
look? I'm going to go in there and look.
Go ahead and roll for perception.
If I roll a nat 1 on this, I'm gonna be pissed.
You roll a
You go
nat
in there
one.
and you just don't see the altar at all.
Yeah, right? Okay, well, there's not a nat
That
1.
it's so funny. Oh. Madness.
Alright, so you enter the room and you see that it is some kind of altar filled with little effigies, to which you can go ahead and roll knowledge religion for.
Wahoo! The one thing I'm supposed to be good at that actually has a lower fucking bonus than the rest of my things. Alright,
Skill issue,
whatever.
honestly.
I know, right? It is a skill issue.
Alright. So you walk over to each of the effigies and you begin to examine them, and the first thing that you notice is that they are both of the same entity, but the entity itself isn't familiar to you. Not because it's, like, not a new god or not an old god, it just doesn't look like it's an effigy of a god at all.
Okay. What does it look like then?
You unfortunately wouldn't be able to know that.
Oh. No, I mean, like, does it look like an animal? Like,
No,
I
it's-
can't even tell that?
No, it's a humanoid of some kind.
Oh, okay.
It's just
Okay.
you don't know who or what it is. It's just some strange humanoid effigy.
Yep, just put me back out again, I guess. I don't know, I don't even think I would be able to tell anything else.
Well, Samson, you have the map again. You would be able to roll for perception.
Come on, bot, you're so hot. 38.
Man, that's working for you.
Looking at the map in particular, once again, you notice
I
that
think
there
the
is
bot like sad bitches.
notice that there is yet another trap being placed. You motion for Vivi to come over and attempt to disarm it, to which she does relatively easily. Sitting off to the side here, she disarms the trap over here, as noted by the white X. And as the trap goes off, all of you hear what sounds like a whole bunch of springs immediately getting disconnected from each other. And she goes, huh, that's weird. And then you hear the sound of rolling rock before suddenly a gigantic boulder slams into the ground right beside Vivi before slowly rolling down to the south and off of the waterfall.
Christ.
And she goes, huh. Oh, okay.
BB?
Oh, careful, Vivi.
Time
You're
to
almost
follow.
shorter than you already are.
She gets up the stairs and goes, I found land!
Okay, well, Katan's all, like, once Vivi disappears around the corner, Katan's just gonna follow her. Like, right away.
The rest of you, as you turn the corner, you notice down south that yet again there's another waterfall. To which, does anyone want to go look?
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Yes.
How deep's this water?
Like I said, it's about ankle deep.
Okay, sure. I'll go down and look.
Samson's gonna stay a little closer to the doors.
To which the three of you can go ahead and roll for perception.
Oh my god, okay, it's gonna be this kind of thing. Bot, you are gorgeous. Please give me better rolls. You have
I
the hottest
forgot.
titties here.
I forgot to riz the bot for this roll.
I
Go
know.
fuck yourself.
Hello?
Okay. Alright. Well, I guess that's the type of riz.
Alright, so as you look out towards the edge of the waterfall, using the pillars as support and other things, you notice that the spa that most people go to is legitimately right around the corner. As a matter of fact, as you start looking down at the city of Ardwall, which is in view, you are at the top of the waterfall that cascades and eventually creates the river that runs through the city itself.
That's nice.
Is
Wait,
there
how did
anyone at the
nobody
spawn?
notice that this shit was up here?
Have you ever seen a waterfall? You look at the top, it's just misty. You wouldn't be able to see a little tiny hole in it.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But can we
don't-
see
I
any
don't look
spa
at-
goers from here?
Barely.
Excuse me?
They look
Damn.
very small, and you wouldn't be able to see inside of the spa, but you would be able to see people going to and from the building.
He's trying to get a cheap look.
I mean, you could just go to the spa and see them anyways. It's a beautiful sight, if I'm going to be honest.
Okay. What?
It is also at this point that the three of you would notice that Guava is smiling to herself.
What's up, Guava?
She simply motions with an arm in front of her, saying that she has effectively found what she was trying to find all those years ago.
Oh?
And then she gets mildly concerned and goes, "How do we leave?"
Well, we'll figure that one out soon enough.
Maybe there's another fountain.
Well, let's consult the handy-dandy map now, shall we?
The map wouldn't show that.
Let's continue to explore using the handy-dandy map, shall we?
She shrugs and goes, "Well, maybe we'll find something deep inside."
We can only hope.
To which we move everyone over here.
Baby? Honey boy?
Are you talking to your cat?
Yes, I'm sorry. I thought I muted. I'm so sorry.
Tell your cat that they suck, that they're a big stinky and that no one loves them, and that they're adopted.
What the frick?
What is wrong with you?
Smiles.
What is wrong with you?
You are never once
Terrible
mean to Regulus?
person.
What?
Well, no.
It's a matter of who is being mean, okay?
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can't talk to other people's pets like that.
But I
We
do
don't
all the
ever
time.
talk
I
with
called
people like,
YGF's
"Oh,
cat
yeah."
fat.
He is
I mean,
fat, he's
YGS
fat ass.
cat is
YGS
fat,
cat is
though.
fat.
Like, that's not being mean, that's being truthful.
No, but I'm very
Like,
mean
there's a
about
way
calling the
you're
cat
this fucking
fat.
cat stinky.
And no one likes him?
You
Like, how
haven't
could you
smelled
say
this
that's
cat?
my cat?
Very
you say anything you want to
easily.
your cat. You say pets don't understand language. You say anything you want to them.
Yeah.
What the frick?
Oh.
I use racial slurs on Missile, but because I say so nicely, he's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
My dog is sad.
He's not sad, he's sleepy.
Is he sleepy? Can you take
You
a
say
picture?
No,
you
I
say
will not
pets
take a
don't
picture.
understand language. I say Zoe is otherwise. That dog, the second you say the word treat, she is immediate. Oh, there she goes.
Oh my god.
go.
Why did you do that to
You've done it.
yourself?
You're gonna have to
Well,
spell
it's-
There's
the word
some
now.
words that my cat will like respond to, but that's because he's used to the sound and the food response to that sound.
Exactly, that's it. Like, walk, treat, outside for dogs if they're, smart enough. They'll know the word, not so much the definition. They just know that what they like comes after it.
So I'm
I'm
about
just
as
saying-
intelligent as a dog. Got it.
Yes.
Probably. I'm just saying, but I feel like it's the same principle as with AI. Look, if it's gonna eventually understand you, at the very least, you could have been being nice. That's why I
My
say
cat
thank
is
you to
not
Siri.
going to be taking over the world.
Yeah, sorry.
It's not ever
You
gonna
don't know
understand.
that! But also, it's too fat to take over the world, so it doesn't matter. But your cat is not the same as my cat. Regulus is not fat. He could do it.
Your cat cannot take over the world, sorry. You know why? Because he's too stinky and dumb and adopted to do so.
So hold on. Your logic here, you should be nice to them in case they punish you later. Is that why you're normally nice to things and people? Out of fear?
I mean, it works for shame. He doesn't kill me in D&D.
I'm not the one that kills you in D&D. You're the one that kills you in D&D.
Fair.
What's in this temple?
Alright, Samson, go ahead and roll for perception. As a matter of fact, everyone here can go ahead and roll for perception.
Oh, yippee! I'm so yipe.
You're really onto the yipe today, aren't you?
I'm yipe.
Okay, never mind. I'm
Because
too
I have
stupid.
it's because I have the gummy bear.
All right, bot.
enough.
You got that fat ass.
I didn't riz the bot.
Here you go.
That's the best roll there.
I should have rizzed the bot.
Alright.
Lysandra's blind.
So, as all of you get to this particular area, you see that the room down to the south has 2 sets of chests, to which Vivi gets a bit excited looking at Catan for it and starts to walk forward. However, Samson does stop Vivi before she gets too far and says that there is a trap over there, to which she does take the time to go down and examine and then point out where the tripwire is. Vivi then comes down and... Well,
Okay.
and does
Arm it.
manage to disarm it, though she is a little clumsy with it. So congratulations, that trap has been disarmed. To which she then immediately goes over to the nearest chest and tries to push it open.
Catan.
Okay.
I would
Please come-
100%
please
put
come-
tripwire inside a chest. Is there only one little marking on that map of yours, Samson?
There was just the one, but I do believe you might be right. Vivi, can we examine the chest before you
She's
get
already
us all
trying to
killed?
push the lid.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Common pirate
Coming
trick to
over.
have
Catan.
a fake treasure with a bomb inside it.
To which,
Catan, come parent.
to
No,
which,
I said I was on my way.
Catan, by the time you get down there, you see that Vivi's trying to push the lid. She's going, and the lid is only barely budging. And she pauses for a moment, and she's like, "Papa, the lid's heavy."
I don't understand. You have a higher strength stat score than me. What am I saying? Anyway, let's look this up.
All right,
We're
go ahead
doing
and
it together, okay?
roll a strength check.
God, a strength check. Let me see what that number is. Oh God.
I'm gonna laugh if you roll higher than her, because she only rolled a 10. You
I-
did.
Oh boy.
It's the dad strength.
The both of you push into the lid, just and the lid slowly slides before falling off onto the floor, being so heavy that when it hits the concrete, the ground itself cracks.
Damn.
Oh, neat.
And when you look inside, you find 4,034 gold.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Is this going to be distributed amongst the 5 of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Evenly distributed.
Oh my god, Vivi and Catan gonna share? Oh my god.
We all
All right,
share.
so everyone is going to get 806 gold, except for one of you who's going to get 807. So who's going to get the
Let
807?
Phoebe have the extra coin. She found it.
Yeah.
Let Vivi have the
That
extra
should go to
coin?
BB. Yeah.
Okay.
Good job, sweetie.
All right. She then immediately turns around and goes to the other lid, to which she once again tries to push, going, "Hit!" And this time she just pushes it off herself. Okay.
Okay. All right,
Tiny
then.
child, go.
I
She
guess
got
that
excited
one's.
for the gold.
I guess that one's
real.
not as heavy.
No, it's just as heavy. It cracks the ground as soon as it comes off, and when she looks
That
inside,
was just a warm up.
she sees even more gold. This time, 3,483.
Ooh. Let's split it.
Now, Vivi, we're gonna teach you about this thing called a savings account.
Haha, nice.
No,
Sorry.
those things don't exist. Sorry.
Don't listen to Samson.
Saving-
Keep your money
okay, yeah.
yourself.
Yeah. Vivi, this is what a savings account is. Catan opens his pocket and puts the gold in his pocket.
You gotta understand that savings accounts are a modern day invention.
That was the joke.
Okay.
Oh my god, this gummy bear's cranium is gone.
Anyway, everyone
You
here
mutilate
gets
them first.
696 gold.
This one's already pre-mutilated. 696, okay.
Oh, you're just making fun of it for a birth defect. I got it.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
make it and then I'm gonna eat its head off, and then it'll be just like everybody else.
I don't know why she mutilates bears like this.
It's equality. Now everybody's the same.
It's not really how that works.
It doesn't
but
matter if you didn't have a cranium before the evening or after the evening. Now everybody doesn't have a cranium, and we're all the same.
What?
Cranium.
Anyway.
Archie.
Just gonna continue. Samson, you can go ahead and make another perception check.
I got them
Sam's one of those people that makes her Skittles fight to see which color wins.
I actually color code
All right, bot.
them.
All right, bot. You got that fat ass.
You already used that.
Same,
Yeah, you already used that line. You have to be
same line
creative.
does not work twice.
Yeah.
What if someone paid the exact same compliment to you twice in a row?
So you can't seem to find the tripwire, so what do, Samson?
Vivi!
She comes over, curious and confused.
Why are you just using my daughter to try and discern and disarm traps?
Isn't that what you've been training her to do?
Yes, but
I'm having trouble locating this next tripwire. He kind of like shows her the map. You think you'd have a little bit better luck?
She stares at the map for a moment. Looks over to where she is being shown on the map where this particular trap may be. And she looks over at Catan, and then at Samson, and then reaches a foot forward, and the both of you hear the thwack of a twine immediately snapping, to which she brings her foot back and takes a step back, to which Samson, you then watch as yet another boulder starts to roll south, right past you, skimming by your skin before immediately plummeting off the side of the fortress.
oh lord.
Hey, Lysandra.
You could have just said yes.
What's up, Rosin?
Did you fix that little doohickey of yours?
Doohickey.
The little the automaton.
Your little guy.
Oh, well, he's the size of a person.
Yeah, well,
He's not very
is he
little.
fixed?
I mean, yes, he's been walking around.
Could you just have him
Where?
walk ahead of us and just trip all the wires for us?
Break my baby?
Okay, I guess I didn't see you just fix that thing twice in the past 2 hours, but all right, let's move on.
I don't know if he would survive being crushed by a boulder. I suppose we
Not gonna
could.
lie, Rosin. That's dark, but
It's not a
It's
whatever.
an automaton.
Okay,
It's a
fine.
machine.
Yes, I will send my baby out into the yonder and have him get crushed by boulders.
I mean, why are you so easily convinced by something that's very clearly something that you wouldn't do?
What was it?
Wait a minute.
Rosin,
Wait a minute.
why sacrifice the automaton? That clearly makes her happy. We have the map.
She has mend.
The whole point of I thought that was the whole point of the thing, was that it could take riskier ventures than the rest of us, mortal things
Okay.
could.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay,
Is the party really having moral qualms with a fucking bomb defuse bot?
Mend is great for fixing small tears. It's great for fixing minor damage and for sealing butt crack. If the bot had gotten flattened just now, I do not think
No,
it
I
can
can
be
fix him.
pancake.
I can fix him.
Yes, you can
We saw the
fix
bot get
it.
annihilated instantly with like a giant spider. I don't know whatever.
It-
Fine. I guess we're not using the bot to its fullest potential.
Samson just like
Oh, we can
Samson
do
just like
it.
rubbed
It's
his hand.
I
fine.
think you're misunderstanding the point here. Yes, you can use the bot to go and trip traps. There are certain traps that can and will utterly destroy the bot. Boulders being an example, because it's blunt damage.
Would it destroy entirely so I can't fix it?
Correct.
Like, is that like an unfixable
Yes,
thing?
that is a thing that
okay.
can happen. Now, it is
Okay.
understandable to try and have the bot go off to set off certain traps that you
But not
think
boulders.
or know aren't going to just outright destroy it beyond repair. It just
Okay.
boils down to a matter of the character wanting to do that. It's not a matter of whether or not it can be repaired. It's a matter if you want to spend the time actively doing such a thing repeatedly throughout the day, taking 10 minutes each time to do
Yeah.
so, just for the sake of sending this bot out again to deliberately get destroyed again, for you to fix again. Something that you can only do a limited number of times a day. It's not really a moral thing. It's more of, I guess, laziness.
I was referring to the monkey calling Rosin dark and evil for saying that. For suggesting
Well,
such a thing.
If a boulder can like absolutely destroy him, and we've seen 2 fucking boulders now, no, never mind. No, I don't know.
You're right, let's keep using the
No.
child.
I
Yeah,
mean,
no,
true.
sure.
Regardless, Samson, you have the map. So where do you want to go? Do you want to go north? Or do you want to go west? Because south, as I showed, is just off the cliff.
Can I look to the north a little bit? We go north.
You want to go north?
We go north.
Alright. So you find this particular area over here, to which, let me scroll up just a little bit. You see that there is a room directly to your north. You see that there is a room directly to your south, as well as a hallway that continues off to the right, and then a hallway that's like northeast. Where would you like to take the group?
The hallway to the northeast.
Alright.
Although we should probably explore these 2 rooms first.
You already called the hallway to the northeast. So we go to the
Away we
hallway to the
go.
northeast, to which you eventually find yourself in this small room, to which everyone here can go ahead and roll for perception.
Okie doke.
Alright, bot, I want you to kick my ass. Hey!
Well, it's not a 2.
You examine this room, and something seems a little off. This seems to be another prayer room, another altar-like room, but the top right-hand corner is oddly empty, like it's not trodden upon very frequently. To which, Lysandra, you also get to roll another knowledge religion.
Anyone else, if anyone else has it? Or just Lysandra?
Reroll
Thanks,
Lysandra.
God.
And just Lysandra. Lysandra, you examine the statues that are here, and the statues are of the same effigy as before. You there, Lysandra?
Oh god damn it! I've been freaking muted. Anyways.
Stop muting yourself then.
So Lysandra's gonna turn to the rest of the group and say, I think this might have been an important druidic figure. It's not an old god. It's not a new god. I can't tell if it is a god. I don't know if they have their own gods. Could be some sort of like saint-like figure, but this was the same as the other room. I think this might be special holy ground, maybe?
To which, with that information, everyone who has ranks in it can roll for knowledge history. With the exception of the bard, because you can just roll for knowledges, period.
I don't, so you guys go ahead.
I'm checking mine.
Nat 20.
Do you have ranks in it?
I don't.
I have ranks in every knowledge check.
Nice.
Oh, not me.
I like how you never use your inspiration.
Sure, let me use inspiration on a nat 20.
You do know that it still increases it, right?
You know what? I'll burn a point of inspiration to add a d6 to this. There, it is
Apparently,
now. It is now
You
a
and I are
nat.
history buffs today, I guess.
It is now a natural 30.
See? Now instead of me doing 24 times 40 for experience points, it's now 30 times 40 for experience points.
Wow.
Like I said, you miss out on a lot of EXP by not using inspiration points.
I keep forgetting to use it.
But it is funny that
Stop
you both
forgetting.
got nat 20s. So, the both of you start examining these statues and whatnot, to which I'm not entirely sure how Samson would know this, considering what has happened for, like, the rest of the campaign so far. But I do know how Rosin would know, which, Rosin, as you start examining the statues here, for any distinct features and whatnot, a couple of things start to stand out, and you immediately recognize that these effigies are carved in the likeness of someone on the Druidic Council, specifically Najmek.
Oh. Alright, well, Rosno will relay that info. And Samson will corroborate it, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess. I actually don't know how Samson would know this, but at least I know for Rosin.
Oh, you know what? I saw a picture of one of these things in a book I saw. See, there you go, Samson. There's your out.
Rosin, who's Najmek?
A member of the Druidic Council.
Do you remember everything else that I've said about Najmek, or would you like me to
No.
repeat that?
Please do.
Okay, so Najmek is not only a member of the Druidic Council, he's currently the head of the Druidic Council. He was also the
Oh, he's
person who wrote the
alive?
letter. He's what?
He's still alive? Like this is a current person?
As I
Druids live for a
said-
very-
Yeah. Oh dear,
Oh,
can you get
okay.
the bot for me, please?
Druids live for quite some time.
Ah, okay.
I don't know her exact age. I had a friend named Zerna who was very well experienced. Yeah, they got some longevity.
On top of that, Najmek is the one who wrote the letter. You know, the one for Nancy.
Oh, so I didn't know we knew who that was from. It wasn't signed because Rosin specifically asked, and you said it doesn't say.
Oh shit, I thought I did. Never mind.
Thank you, Jay.
Well, now you know. It was signed by Najmek. On top of that, Najmek was the leader of the druids that came into this area to set up their druidic temple. That would have been information that you read in those books about the druids that migrated here.
Okay.
Anyway, back through the corridor, back down to here, to which Samson,
Mm-hmm.
where are you taking the group next?
On the way back, let's explore these two rooms and then head east.
Alright, so go ahead, everyone. Roll for Perception to room 1.
Alright, bot, you got them juicy thighs. Not as big a fan of that one.
Don't like the thighs, apparently.
You start
Well, it
to
doesn't have
examine.
Weird.
You start to examine the room around here, and you don't notice anything in particular, but you do feel some kind of magic presence, to which I presume, Lysandra, you would cast Detect Magic, because I think you have that.
Yeah.
So you cast Detect Magic, and as you start to scour the room while casting the spell over and over again to see where this magical feeling might come from, you eventually feel something against the northern wall up here. And when you cast the spell again against the wall, you see a message that says, "Match the dragons."
Oh, okay.
However, there is
I
no
relay that.
discernible draconic iconography in this particular room.
Okay. It says match the dragons. Well, I guess we can move on and see what that relates to.
Doesn't
Yep.
seem to be relating to this room, so yeah.
Alright, so then you move down to the second room, to which everyone here can go ahead and roll for Perception.
Oh, yipe!
Ooh. Yipe indeed.
Oni.
Yeah. I knew I should have said something.
Okay,
Man.
Bot's been doing that to me too.
Alright, so when you enter this room, again, you feel that odd magical presence, to which, Lysandra, once again, you start casting Detect Magic, though this time, you immediately go to the southern wall to see if there's a pattern, and when you cast the magic again, once again the words appear, "Match the dragons." However, while you're doing that, Vivi is much more excited because there are two chests in this room.
Ah.
And she goes, "Hi-ya!" And immediately pushes open one of the chests, to which,
Well-
when it slides and slams onto the ground cracks. But she doesn't check that chest. She immediately goes, "Hi-ya!" And then tries to push the other chest, and then flops on top of it and goes, "Papa, I'm tired."
Okay, sweetie. I will help.
Papa, I'm sleepy.
The druids
Why
leave
did
behind
that-
so much gold.
Oh. Okay. That's kind of weird.
The both
Why
of
do
you
the
push.
druids-
The both of you
why do the
push
druids have so much
again.
gold?
And you push it open, and voila, you have found two more stashes of gold, to which that is 8,003 in total.
Divide!
I know.
Why do I get this
Yippee.
sudden feeling like we shouldn't be taking the gold?
Look, alright, the druids are clearly not going to be using this. They're not here. A
If
1,600...
they did leave, I'm just wondering why they left it.
I'm wondering why they had so much.
They were. Didn't one of the books mention that they were interacting with Ardwall a bit? At least one of them was.
One of them was, yeah.
Yes, but this is a small treasury's worth.
Anyway, everyone gets 1,600 gold, except for Vivi, who gets the extra coin.
I'm just saying, maybe we should leave this gold alone.
Nah.
Vivi goes, "I like being rich." Nice.
Well, Vivi dear, I like being alive. So if this comes back to bite us, you're grounded.
She says, "Have fun
You
being a
can't
hippie,"
ground
and
my
walks
daughter.
off.
Yeah. Well, Samson, I can relieve you of this burden if you like, and you can just hand it over to me. I can have your share.
Takes
Okay.
it.
You're actually gonna give it to Roz. He's not gonna give it back. I'm gonna give you a heads up now. If you give it to Roz, I'm not giving it back.
Samson's gonna take the 1,600 that he just got and just like toss it at Rosin's face.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Thanks, lad.
To which, as
Yeah,
Vivi said,
you-
when Samson
you
tried
take-
to sass her, she said, "Have fun being a hippie," and walked off.
I'm literally a gypsy. What do you want?
That's even worse, and she walks off faster.
Teaching these children racial slurs now at this point.
Ton,
The-
parent.
It's in her
What?
books. What do you expect? Anyway, we now get to move everyone over here.
Oh, this fun one. All right, let me get my notebook out.
Oh, I can't participate in this one, right? Okay, you guys have fun.
Okay, bye.
I'm
Yeah,
not allowed to
she
participate in this one because I know the answer.
knows the answer.
I'm just gonna mute. You guys have fun. Katan's playing patty cake with her daughter.
Khan's playing
answer,
patty
so can
cake
I
with her
still-
daughter. Have fun with your
Can I
art.
still participate? I can't remember the solution from what, like 3 years ago.
I'm pretty sure you're immediately going to remember it the moment you recognize what the puzzle actually is.
I know what the puzzle is, and I know
We're
how
never
we
getting
can
outta
solve
here,
it
'cause
without
I'm
actually
dumb.
solving it, but I don't know the exact solution.
Well, I mean, that's how you solve it.
Oh, okay, fine. Then I will.
You can-
take
you
this
can
out. I have
help
to take a
the-
quick break. I'll be right back.
You can help
I-
the other two gather hints, but you cannot do the puzzle for them, okay?
So
Okay, I will. I'll be
unfortunately,
right back though.
Lysandra's
Not-
gonna have to tackle this solo.
Do not.
I used
No.
I used this exact puzzle literally on Sunday for my own campaign. I know the
No!
solution. So Lysandra, this one's all you.
No.
Anyway,
Guys, I have a
everyone-
brain cell.
Go ahead and roll for Perception.
Wait, I can help with the rolling. At
You
the
can
very
help with the
least.
rolling at the very least,
I can help with the
yeah.
rolling. I cannot help with the puzzle.
Oh God.
Well, good. Whatever good help I am. Yep.
Yeah. Me too.
And then
No,
I'll
I
just wait
probably should
for...
have waited a sec to roll, huh?
Oh, should I re-roll? Oh no. Okay,
I'm
you
back.
just deleted the thing.
Go ahead and roll for
Okay.
Perception, Rosin.
Why'd you ever have to do this by myself?
Why isn't Samson here?
He also knows the answer.
Oh, well, how does Samson didn't do this before? That wouldn't.
He used it in his own campaign.
I've used this exact puzzle.
Oh, okay. Well, Rosin's gonna look around the room, says, "Oh, I recognize this one. Have fun, you guys." I want to see you guys figure it out. It's no fun if you already know.
Anyway, so... As you all step into the final room of this druidic temple, you see 4 tall pillars, all made of marble. And on that marble, on each pillar, are extremely detailed carvings of different animals. While each pillar has completely different animals carved into it, you all notice that there is a small pattern. Regardless of all of the other animals carved onto these pillars, each of these 4 pillars has a dragon carved into them as well. The exact same dragon carved out in the exact same way. You also notice that there are 4 dragons carved on each of the 4 walls of this room, and each of these dragons are completely identical to the dragons carved on those marble pillars. And for brevity's sake, the pillars are labeled, 1, 2, 3, 4. The white D indicates the dragon that is carved on the pillar, and the black Ds are the dragons that are carved into the wall.
Do the pillars rotate?
I don't know. You gonna go check?
Can I go over to number 1 and try and rotate the pillar?
You can go ahead and roll a perception check against pillar number 1. The pillar, as you get close, does seem to have some kind of mechanism attached to it. If you wish to rotate it, you need to make a strength check.
Okay. I want to rotate it. That's
Oh,
not-
hey, I have a way to boost your strength if you need it.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, boost me.
I hate to say it like that.
Can your robot help you?
No, he doesn't. Well,
I don't know if his
can
strength is even higher than yours.
No,
So
his strength is not
If you had like
higher
people
than
doing it at
mine.
the same time, can you do that?
Well,
So Samson,
what's
go
the
ahead.
boost to strength that Samson does?
burning a minute to make a brew, I'd give her heroism, which is a +2 on all checks.
Okay.
Thank you.
So Samson makes the brew and then just throws it right at Lysandra's head.
Oh, bleh. Okay, thank you.
Alrighty,
think-
so Lysandra, you attempt to rotate this pillar. First, you attempt to try and do it like counterclockwise because that's how you approach it, but it doesn't work. You then rotate it clockwise, and you notice that. Oh, you didn't tell me which pillar, by the way. Which pillar were you going to try and go to?
I
Was it
said
pillar
one.
one? Was it one?
Yeah, I did say one.
Okay,
Yeah.
my bad. So
You're good.
you rotate. That's supposed to be there. So you do rotate this pillar, and you rotate it clockwise. And after the pillar rotates and you dust your hands off, you hear more mechanisms going off as pillar number 2 then rotates. And then you hear the
Oh,
mechanisms
I
go
love
again,
these
and pillar number
puzzles.
3 rotates. And then you hear the mechanism
Okay.
again, and then pillar 4 rotates.
Okay.
I'll zoom out a little
right.
bit so that you can see where all the D's are.
Can I try rotating number 3?
You want to rotate number 3?
Yeah.
Alright. Go ahead and roll another strength check.
And I get a +2 thanks to Samson.
You rotate pillar number 3, to which it goes clockwise again, and then you hear the mechanism start to go off, and pillar number 4 rotates clockwise as well.
Alright. Go rotate number 1 again.
You're going to go back over to number 1, and you're going to rotate number 1. Go ahead, another strength check. Alright, so you rotate pillar number 1, which in turn rotates pillar number 2, which then in turn rotates pillar number 3, which then in turn rotates pillar number 4.
Okay. Alright, number 3 again.
Okay, you go back down to number 3. Go ahead and rotate.
Okay, thanks me.
So you rotate pillar number 3, which then in turn rotates pillar number 4.
Alright. I'm thinking about this correctly. Oh, guys, I am the dumbest person when it comes to this, but I will get it eventually. That's the thing. I will get it
Pillars, see what they
eventually.
do. Try
What?
the other pillars to see what they do.
I've already tried 3 of them. I know what they do.
Oh,
Well, I didn't try 4. Alright, let's try 4. I
So
will
you're
try
gonna
4 just.
you're gonna rotate
For the
4.
tele-
Okay.
Yes.
you gotta know what puzzle pieces you're playing with first.
Alright, so
Okay,
you go
fair
over to
enough.
pillar
Should
number
do
4
4.
and you rotate it clockwise, to which no other pillar rotates with it.
Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna happen. Alright. Okay. Yippee.
I like how I had stolen a
Yippee.
Skyrim puzzle and you were struggling with it.
Leave me alone. I love these puzzles, but it takes me a hot minute to get it. Alright, shoot.
Let's go burn that brain cell.
I'm burning my brain cell. Number 2.
You're gonna go over and rotate number 2.
Yes.
Okay.
I would ask if I have to keep rolling for this, but I want to roll because I want the EXP, so please.
I mean, you need to roll for it. Alright, so you rotate pillar number 2. Pillar number 2 then rotates pillar number 3, and then pillar number 3 then rotates pillar number 4.
Okay. Oh no, 4 is out of line. No!
What do you mean 4 is
I
out of
fucked it
line?
up. Oh wait, actually, no, this is fine. Oh no, but 1 is out of line. Oh no. Okay, I can figure this out. Guys, I don't think I can figure this out. I'm too stupid for this. I'm too dumb.
Well, do you remember what 4 does?
Yeah, 4 goes on its own, so I don't have to worry about 4.
Exactly,
I just have
exactly.
to worry about 1, 2, and 3. Now
Do you
I
remember
have.
what 1 does.
Yes, it moves 2 and 3.
No.
Did it move 4 as well, or just...
1 moves 2, 2 moves 3, 3 moves 4.
So 1 moves all of them, you know that. 4 moves
Okay.
just itself.
So I don't need to worry about 4, because I could just leave 4 alone. I just have to get 1, 2, and 3 to line up.
So what you can do is get 1 lined up and then work through the others.
Oh, you're so smart! Okay. You're so smart, guys. Why are you so smart? I want to
Well-
rotate 1.
I've just seen one of these before is all.
How many times do you want to rotate
3
one?
times.
Alright, so that's 3 strength checks.
I like how you're letting them give me the answer anyway, so we don't spend 30 minutes doing this.
You had most of it. You had most of it. You just
So 1, 2,
misunderstood what one of them did.
3,
Yeah, I did
1,
misunderstand what one of
2,
them.
3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now what?
Okay. Now 2 times.
2 times. Go ahead and roll. And then that is 1, 2, and then 1, 2.
And then 3 one time.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
And then 4 2 times.
Oh. Did my audio settings just suddenly break?
Oh.
They did. They did suddenly break. It's okay, I fixed it.
Funky
Go ahead and roll.
boy. I did.
Alrighty, and then you rotate it. And then as that last pillar rotates into place, silence takes over the entirety of the druidic temple. And then after some time, you hear some mechanics and whirring from underneath the ground before suddenly the wall to the north suddenly slides away, leaving a path that leads to the north. Does the group wish to go?
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll move Catan since you're, and sorry, we'll move Samson since you're looking at the map. So Samson, you walk around the platforms that are here, and you see that you're at an impasse. There is a platform that leads to the left that seems to go back to a room that you have already visited, and then there's another room, or there's another path that leads to a smaller room.
To the smaller room.
Alright, you lead the group in here, and as you get closer and closer to the room, it starts to become rather unbearably warm. However, you can all go ahead and roll for perception.
Okay.
Hey, look at that, nat 20.
Remember
Yeah,
your
well, shit.
inspiration, Samson.
Alright, bot, you're so unbelievably hot.
Remember the inspiration.
And I will use an inspiration.
You know you can include it in the roll. Try and remember next time.
But it says I must use after the roll has been made, but before it is determined.
the latest is that you can use is before it's determined. You can still include it in the roll.
Ah.
The reason why it's worded that way is because if you're doing it in combat, it becomes important whether or not you actually use it. When you're doing something like this and there's no combat involved, you can just declare it and then add it.
Gotcha.
Yes. Someone's knocking at our door, dear.
Okay, I guess I'll go downstairs.
Oh, get him.
And quickly put on pants just in case.
Wait, but you're streaming. You're not supposed to let them know you don't have pants. Don't you know if no one knows, you know? Now they know.
I mean, it's getting warmer out. Nobody's wearing pants.
I'm here to let you guys know that Shame's gonna be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Which means we have to entertain chat.
Oh, hello, chat. Hello, chat. How are you doing, chat? What's up with you, chat? Are you guys good today? Are you having a great day? Why am I talking like you guys are dogs? Are you having a good day? Who's a good boy? And or girl? Who's a good chat? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Don't speak to me. I'm done today.
Wonder what's in the room. I forget what happens next. I know we get something here. I remember that part, but I forget what led up to it. So what do you guys think of this druidic temple thus far?
I do not have to do it now. I can do it.
I'm sad that I had to have help with the pillars, but also I'm glad that you guys helped me.
You almost had it. It was just you misheard like one thing. I'm pretty sure that was just it. You would have gotten it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Alright, sorry for the light delay. Apparently where I usually park my car is no longer a public parking space.
Okay.
And the county
Since
has
when?
now recently bought it, and they are going to be doing parking lot expansion, overflow, whatever the fuck they decided to call it, and I gotta move my car by the end of tomorrow.
Great.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's wonderful. I'm sorry.
Yep,
Do you have
please.
somewhere to park it? Like, is there another
No,
spot?
I do. It's...
Okay.
But the area where I park, they do street cleaning in a very strange schedule. And I just hate having to get up and move my car to the other side of the fucking block and fighting with like 50 other people to park my car.
No, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
You know, just shit like that. But that's fine.
Yeah.
I can deal with it after today's session or deal with it tomorrow. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, better than being fined at the very least.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, what was the last thing that I said before I left? Does anyone remember?
We rolled
as we enter the
because this
room-
room was getting uncomfortably warm.
Oh, okay, now I remember. So, as you get closer to the room, you feel that it's becoming uncomfortably warm. And as you start to peer inside, you see that the concrete floor and even parts of the wall have been covered in rather soft material. Everything from straw to down to clothing, anything that can be considered reasonably soft. Because there's an egg in the center of the room, to which I will put here in the general chat for everyone to see. To which, if you have knowledge in nature, you can go ahead and roll for it. I think it'd be knowledge in nature.
I I don't
I
have.
will.
Nature.
I will make this check and use an inspiration to
You
add
have
a.
knowledge nature? I thought you didn't have it last time.
I have every knowledge check.
Yeah, investigators have every knowledge. But what I said before is that you cannot roll for a knowledge check unless you have ranks in it, which I believe what Samson said is that they didn't have ranks in it last time. Bards are the only one that ignore that rule. Bards can just roll for knowledges because fuck you.
That's a whole lot of fives.
Yeah.
Yo, fives.
To which the both of you, upon looking at this egg, immediately recognize it as an egg of a bronze dragon.
Ooh, something tells me we should not be fucking with that.
What is it?
Someone needs to take care of it.
Bronze? No,
is it
copper
okay?
dragon.
Okay.
My bad.
Okay,
Wrong,
okay.
wrong metal. It is a copper dragon.
Okay, but hear me out. Yes, Lysander, it is a baby. However, and hear me out, we don't know if Mama's around.
Rosin is going to hold his hand close to the egg to see if it's burning hot.
The egg is not burning hot, though it is relatively warm. However, the moment your hand... Are you gonna, like, touch the egg, by the way? Forgot to
No,
ask.
he's not touching it. It's like a hot stove. He doesn't want to...
Okay, it
You know.
feels warm, but it doesn't feel like it would burn you. It just feels like it's being incubated, I guess, if that makes sense.
The baby.
It is a baby. I kind of don't want to leave it here, but I don't know. Do we have a way to incubate it ourselves?
Yes, I could easily build a way to incubate it. The problem is, we do not know if Mama is around.
To which Vivi will pipe up and go, "Can you ask the egg?"
Egg, is your mom
I'm just
here?
going to look at Yuki and then look at the egg and humor his daughter and go, "Hello, egg. Is your mother around?"
To which, to everyone's surprise, when both Samson, I think Rosin also said it, and Catan all effectively say the same thing, the egg shakes very slightly back and forth.
What the fuck?
Rosin is going to
It
gingerly
understands.
attempt to pick up the egg.
Alright, Rosin, the moment you touch the egg, I need you to make a will save.
It's a damn good will save.
So
Yeah,
the
for real.
moment you touch the egg, you hear this loud, virtually incoherent screaming that seems to reverberate and ricochet all around inside of your mind. Repeating over and over like a cascade that you are not its master and to let go.
Oh no.
Rosin will oblige.
I was going to say you were forcibly like knocked
Oh.
back from the egg
Oh,
from the
okay.
pain anyway, but yeah.
Okay.
What the hell
What
happened?
happened?
The egg says that I'm not the one that's supposed to be touching it. It has a master, evidently.
Lysandra's gonna go and touch it.
Okay, we're just playing round robin with Touch the Dangerous Egg.
Go ahead and make a will save.
We'll save, okay.
I think the egg is not dangerous. It's just very assertive.
Oh yeah, this is great.
Lysandra, the exact same thing happens to you, though you are in a little bit more pain than Rosin due to the fact that Rosin rolled higher than you did.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
To
Yeah.
which,
Well, apparently,
Either.
we're doing this. Hey, Catan, do you want to go next?
Yeah, sure, whatever, why not?
alright, Catan, go ahead and make a will save.
Okay. Where's my will? That's my will.
So, Catan, you lean down and you touch the egg, and you feel a good portion of the pain that everyone else did. However, the egg immediately begins to crack, and everyone watches in awe as a small beam of light appears from the egg itself, and out pops this little baby copper dragon. To which the copper dragon then stares up at Catan. I love this art. This art's so great. Look at it. Look at this beautiful dragon.
Oh my god, it's so huge!
He's so fat.
Looks like a little bun.
Yeah,
It does look like a little bun. Oh my god.
It's very
A
low.
hot cross
Even
bun.
has the bread scores on it.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's very
So
low.
cute.
So, it's after the egg hatches, it looks up at Catan, and it verbally speaks, despite the fact that it's a little wormling. And it goes, "Oh, wait. You're not supposed to be my master. It's just that your aura was close enough."
Oh,
What do you mean by close enough?
The dragon just shrugs. I was told to wait for a specific aura. Yours was close, but it's not the exact same.
Then what? Are you trying to look for like another catfolk or?
You got anyone related to you?
Ton is silent for a moment and then he goes, "Yes."
Maybe one of them. The little baby dragoness will then waddle over to
Not
you
one of them.
like a chunky child that she is, and
Loaf.
lay on your foot.
oh my
Well,
god.
look down at this dragon. Go, no, not one of them. They all suck.
Well, that's what I was told.
And who told you this?
My mom.
Is your mom around?
Kind of. She's not here, but she's close.
And this is why I said we do not fuck with the metallic egg.
I mean, he hatched though. Yeah, they hatched.
Yes, and she is
What is your-
adorably loaf, but that does not.
You're talking to me. You just came out of an egg.
Yeah, I've been sitting in that egg for almost 1,000 years. I
So
think.
you're overcooked.
Huh?
This child is overcooked.
Fifi looks up at Catan and goes, huh?
Well then,
We can't leave a defenseless baby, so Catan, you gotta take it.
We're all right.
Samson's just gonna kneel down next to Catan and look at the loaf.
The loaf will
Are
look
you
up at
coming?
Samson.
I guess, are you coming along?
Well, I'm supposed to find my master. I am hatched now, so now I need to go find my master.
Ideally, I would kill
And
all
you've-
potential masters until that happens, but okay, I guess you're coming with us.
Okay.
So you have to find a potential master, and Catan is currently it, correct?
Yes.
Or at the very least, close enough?
Yes.
Okay. 3 rules.
Why are you giving this bread rules?
She's just staring at she's staring at Samson silently.
3 rules. No eating our stuff.
No.
No eating this egg.
No.
Stay out of my alchemy lab.
No.
Catan, parent.
This is a bread. Katan is gonna pick up this dragon and hold it like how you'd hold like a cat, and the cat's just super long, and Katan's going to ask the dragon what is
I mean, she's gonna respond more like a dog. Like, you know how you pick up a dog and they immediately stiffen up?
what is your name?
Is her tail waggling too?
No. As she gets picked up and Catan looks at her and asks her for her name, she says Zamanu.
Okay. I guess you're coming with me now, Zamanu.
Okay. Can you tell that person over there, and she points with her tail as best as she can, that they are not my master and they do not give me rules?
Okay, but you should not eat that egg that he has, and
I
you
don't-
should not.
I don't care if that egg is something that I want to eat or not. They do not give me rules.
Okay. Samson, can you stop grounding my children? They
Vivi.
won't get into your shit.
Vivi will stand next to Catan, put her hands on her hips, and lean forward and go, yeah!
Oh my god.
Okay, alright.
Vivi,
Alright.
you're groundable. She's not. Samson's just gonna stand up.
Vivi points out towards the walkway and goes, that walkway doesn't have a railing. You weigh less than I do.
Oh my god.
Yes, but I also have one thing you don't. And he's just gonna lift the egg up into his hand so that he can, like, flick his tail. I'm a monkey.
She outstretches her hand, cracking her fingers as she attempts to quote-unquote intimidate Samson in a grappler pose, and goes, that just means you have to do better when you fall.
Am I rolling against this?
God.
Samson, you keep talking about grounded people. As long as you want to keep, like, literally grounded, I would suggest not pissing off the small child who is stronger than any of us here.
So am I rolling
Well,
against
I
this?
might actually be stronger.
She's not actually
Yeah,
trying to intimidate you.
So, Catan, ignoring that, should we be
parent.
concerned? Should we?
Mildly.
No, can I finish my sentence?
No.
Should we be concerned? I thought that was your sentence.
No! I keep
Okay,
getting
finish
interrupted! Jesus Christ! Should we be concerned that this tiny loaf is looking for a sibling of yours, knowing what we know about you, and its mother told it to do that? Does its mother
yes.
also involved?
To which Zamanu will look over at Lysandra and go, and ask, involved with what?
The aura, tiny child.
No.
Does your mom also have a master with a similar aura?
She used to, but he died.
Okay.
You know,
Alright.
because that's how time works. People get old and then they die.
Yes. Is she also searching for a master with a similar aura?
No, but she is probably looking for a new mate.
Okay.
Sure. So yeah, you know, Lysandra looks over at Catan. She was probably also involved in something like this?
I mean, we should definitely be concerned. Anybody in my family getting their hands on a dragon of literally any kind is probably not a good idea.
Yeah. Okay.
Why?
My family sucks and they're all cultists.
Of what?
The old gods, whichever. They don't really have one that's specific. They specifically have many children for the many old gods there are.
Oh. She then looks up at the ceiling for a bit, and she goes, how would my mom say to find an aura, knowing that they are a part of the old gods?
I don't know, but
Are
I
you
am
a part of
very
the old
concerned.
gods?
What? No.
She then looks up at the ceiling again, thinking, okay, so probably not all of you. Alright, let's go find my master. And she starts to
Right,
try and
probably not
walk, but
all of
her because she's being held, her legs just sort of rotate in the air.
Okay, alright, well, she's not going anywhere. I'm not gonna let her go anywhere. I am thoroughly convinced that everybody in my family is some kind of fuck-ass cultist at this point.
Is
There
it
could be
possible
hope
that
for
maybe
the
one
slightly
is
younger siblings. There could be hope for them, but I'm the youngest, and if the older siblings did nothing, then the younger ones probably got brainwashed, as everybody did. It doesn't
But how
seem
did
like
you
me.
escape?
I graduated early, joined the military, and then got the fuck out of town.
So it's possible that one can, right? You know?
I guess, but I'm also the youngest. If anybody did, they would have done so before me.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we still have hope. At least. A little hope.
That's one of us. Kitan starts moving, and then he looks at Zamanu like, stop moving your legs. You're not going anywhere.
She stops moving her legs after a moment and goes, "What do you mean, we're moving now?" And then she starts to move her legs even more.
No. Kitan stops moving. See, you're not moving. Moving your legs doesn't make us move.
She stares at you for a moment and tries to flap her wings. However, she does not generate enough force to pull herself out of your hands.
Okay, alright. How about you just stop that and conserve your energy? And Kitan, he has a hood on his back, and he has like a hoodie.
Yeah.
So he just puts Zamanu in the hood.
That is
Look, that
gonna
was
weigh
heavy,
down
just
that hood.
To which-
You're gonna choke yourself.
Zamanu, upon entering the hood, stops making a couple of noises. You feel her stay stock still for a couple of moments before you feel her body curl up into a ball and you hear a singular word, which is warm.
Okay, she's not going anywhere because I think she's more lizard than dragon.
Maybe we should get her a backpack.
Congratulations on your second child, Catan.
I don't consider this as a child. This is a bread.
Okay.
He goes, "Can I eat
Father.
the bread?"
No. We're not eating this one.
But you said it's a bread.
It's a dragon, but she kind of looks like a bread. See?
No,
Yes.
I don't get it.
She kind of looks like a bread. She's fat like a bread.
She's
Oh.
loaf.
Okay.
Did we find an exit?
No, you did not.
No.
I was going to say there's a tunnel leading north from her little cavern.
There isn't. It just wraps back into that room that you were in before.
Well, then
Wait, we have to
one
jump
last
out the
hall-
waterfall?
We have one last hallway to check.
You don't.
We never did go west.
I'm aware. But I also know what I said. However, Lysandra is correct. Everyone make an acrobatics check.
I can't swim.
Wait a minute.
We're not swimming
also-
though. We're not swimming though. We're acrobaticizing.
Hey, what happens if I don't
Okay,
have
well-
acrobatics? Do I just die?
You roll for dex.
You roll for deck.
Oh.
Real quick, Rosin.
Okay. Can I cast guidance on myself?
I'm aware that being a sailor who cannot swim is kind of funny. However, now is not the time, Samson.
No.
Can I
hold on.
cast guidance on myself?
Sure.
Okay. I don't remember what guidance does.
I gotta use my fountain.
Spell
pen.
info guidance. A +1. Okay.
By the way, I rolled in acrobatics. I got a nat 20.
Good job. Yeah, no.
Katan does
I'm drowning.
Katan does
I'm
a triple
dead.
backflip on the way down.
I just dead.
I have a spell that gives people swim speed.
But that's
We're
not what
not
I'm
swimming,
asking
that's the
for.
problem.
I know. I was gonna give Rosin the swim speed so that he doesn't drown on the way down.
Do I have to do that for my
I'm not worried about the
construct
fall.
too?
Even though I'm a
Wait a
Tengu and I can't fly, but it's the water at the
Do it.
bottom.
Do I need a
All
roll
right.
for my construct, or is he just cannonballing?
Yeah.
That wasn't.
Yeah, you gotta roll
Okay, I'll
for
roll.
him. Waiting
Okay.
for the other rolls. I only see Katan's
Alright,
roll and Lysandra's roll.
I am going to use a point of inspiration on this.
Alright. So you have all followed the water and have jumped off. To which, when you land in the water below, you find that the water is deep, but only for a short bit, seemingly carved out in a way to allow people to jump from the waterfall without immediately drowning themselves or hitting their head against the ground below. After that, the water becomes shallow enough to which the average individual can just stand up and carry themselves to shore.
Would you look at that?
Huh.
You don't even have to swim.
The point was to explain why Rosin probably wouldn't have jumped immediately, but Shame's trying to push the story along.
Yes.
Yes.
Look, we gotta go. Get your shit together. Go, go, go.
So congratulations, you have completed the Druid Temple. You now have a sassy loaf dragon,
Perfect. We love that.
to which she will be moved over here onto the table.
Hey.
Oh, baby loaf.
But
Aw.
now we have, I guess an even bigger question. Would any of you, like, want to do weapon, armor, and other upgrade type of stuff? Because, you can, if you want to. I know Vivi currently has, like, 25,000 gold, so I assume other people would be somewhere within that range.
Not me.
Um,
I'm broke.
I have 8,000, but that's simply because I upgraded my armor and weapons as I did last time.
Okay.
How much would it cost to enhance my stainless steel armor?
To a +2, let me...
Oh, is it supposed to be a +1?
Yeah, I already gave you a +1, remember?
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to use the flat thunder enhancement yet?
That's actually a good question. Does anyone want to use it?
Using the blacksmith ticket?
No, the Flask of Thunder enhancement. If you put it on
Oh, that
armor,
thing.
it gives you electric resistance as well as some other things. And if you put it on a weapon, it gives you 2d4 electric damage.
But that's
I mean-
only applicable for one weapon, yes.
Yeah, it's only applicable for one
I see.
weapon.
I mean, I'd take it.
We should all rock, paper, scissors.
Fucking sure.
Well,
We
who
don't just roll
wants it?
dice. Rosin would want it.
Okay, we have Rosin who would want it. Who else wants it?
Catan
Samson would use it.
would Vivi want it?
Yeah.
Alright. How are
Would
we settling this?
Lysandra want it?
If I wanted it, I already had it in my in my inventory. I would have already used it. So
I
no.
think we should all just roll a 1d100 to, give us a bunch of numbers, and then whoever gets the highest gets it.
That's what I was gonna do, but I was asking if Lysandra wanted the flask itself for, their own purposes.
No, I'm good. Don't worry.
Okay, alright, so we're all rolling 1d100?
Yep. So we'll all roll 1d100, and the person who has the highest is the one who gets it.
Alright, let's
Can
do it.
I use a point of inspiration?
No, it's a
No.
dice.
That's not fair.
Stop it.
This-
You do that, then I'm
Supposed to be
choosing who gets
fuck.
it. God.
All right.
We gotta gamble.
All right, bot. I want you to step on me.
Oh my god.
One.
Ah, that'll.
All
If
right.
you rolled a
Catan
1,
gets
that would
it.
have been so funny.
So Catan would have gotten it, so we'll start off with Catan. Actually, we'll start at the very top and go, are there other things that you would like to buy before I give out EXP and have everyone level up? Because there is a thing that I would like to do before today's session that is mildly important for the plot.
Can I get a, I don't know, like a ring for increased AC?
There is a Ring of Protection. Ring of Protection.
How much that is?
That's what I'm going to look up. Let's see. So the Ring of Protection, the +1 is 2,000 gold, the +2 is 8,000 gold, the +3 is 18, the +4 is 32, and the +5 is 50.
Ah, I can only ever afford the +2 right now. I don't know if that's worth it. Oh,
It's
question.
honestly
How
up to
about
you.
the-
Remember that outside of like your armor and weapons selection, you only have 4 available slots. Like, to remind you how I write it out is I write it over here in this section, to which let me take a picture and paste it here. I write it out right over here in this section. So anything that's not like not weapons, armor, potions, and scrolls, and various shit that you can carry, it's stuff that you actually attach to your body. They take up 1 of 4 slots. So a ring would take up 1 of those slots.
Okay. Alright, I see. Yeah. Alright. That's perfectly fine. But I don't think it's worth it to just get the +2 ring right now. I think I'd rather start saving up so I can get my belt of physical perfection eventually. So, not buying anything else, just simply using the flask.
Well, Vivi will get you one if you want one. You are her papa
No.
after all.
No. My daughter's money's for my daughter.
And
I
she
found
wants to
something.
spend it on her papa.
What the fuck?
It's a cute
How
kid.
much money does she have?
25,000. She didn't spend all that much money.
Oh.
It's because her equipment is relatively cheap to upgrade. She holds up 16,000 gold towards Catan, and she go, "For you, Papa?"
This feels wrong. I'm supposed to provide.
But you are my Papa.
I think Catan will die.
And, I love my Papa. I want my
I think
Papa
Catan
to
will
be
die
happy.
twice. I think
She's
Catan will
being
die
nice.
3
Take the
times.
money.
Okay.
Just
I'm
do
going to pay you
it.
back with lots of ice cream and 3 days at the library.
Hooray! She yippies multiple times.
She's the yippee emote.
Yeah,
Okay,
she's the yippee
alright.
emote. So you can get a belt of physical perfection +2, if you wish. Which,
How much are the rings again?
the rings of protection is 2,000 to 8,000. For the ones that you can afford, it's 2,000 or 8,000.
Okay. Well, I currently have 8,000.
Do you want the +2 as well? Or do you want to save it to, like, upgrade stuff later?
Mm. Let's save it to upgrade stuff later.
Alright. Is the belt of physical perfection the only thing that you would like to buy?
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead and add that to your slot, and then since you won the Flask of Thunder enhancement, you can either have it be forged onto any weapon, which it's free to do so, or you can forge it onto your armor, and while you are wearing that armor, you get damage reduction 2 magic and electric resistance 10. If you forge it to
No
a
bonuses
weapon,
to my AC.
nope, it's no bonus to the AC. It's just you get damage
Okay.
reduction and electric resistance. And if you put it on a weapon, you get 2d4 points of electric damage. That still works with, the shocking enchantment, if you so wish.
Okay. All right. Let's apply to my cat claw 1.
Alright, so you want to apply it to your Cat Claw 1.
Yes.
So the name of the Cat Claw is going to be Cat Claw 1.
Well, my cat claws are also have keen and adamantine, so
Thunder would go before everything else.
Thunder Keen Adamantine Cat Claw 1
Yes.
is what it's called.
And
What a
then the
mouthful.
damage, your Cat Claw is what, 1d6 for damage?
1d6. Yeah.
So it would read 1d6 plus 2d4, and then in brackets you can put ELEC
Okay. ELEC.
for electric.
Okay.
And then the rest of the damage would be normal.
Okay. Alright. So that's only for my Cat Claw 1. That's fine.
Yep. Lysandra, is there anything that you would like to try and buy?
Yes. Yes. I want to buy Cassock of the Clergy.
You want to buy
see.
what?
I'll give you a link.
Just tell me the name without slurring the first word.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
That's how I speak.
Say
Cassock.
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 C-A-S-S-O-C-K.
Cassock.
Cassock?
Yeah, it's Cassock. Let's
Yeah.
see. The wearer
Cassock of
may
the clergy.
command the Cassock of the Clergy to display the holy symbol of the deity or to hide the symbol. At the most basic level, the garment functions as divine focus. You get a +3 bonus on charisma checks to influence creatures that match your alignment or of your patron deity. You may also use Bless in Sanctuary once per day, and may prepare an additional 0th level spell per day. If the wearer is a divine caster, you may spend 1 hour in prayer to gain another 0th level spell of your choice as a spellman for the next 24 hours. Are you sure you want this? This doesn't really do much for
Yeah.
you.
I do. I actually really do.
Is there a reason why?
Roleplay. And also, I like the spells, so it's more than just roleplay.
Okay.
I really want it.
So that's 4,600 gold.
Thank you!
This does not take up a this does take up a slot, by the way.
Yeah, I figured as much. Okay,
Anything
thank
else that you're
you.
trying to buy, or is that it?
Nope, that's it.
All right, Rosin, what about you?
I don't think I can afford anything I want. I've got 13,000 gold, and all the wondrous items I want are pretty expensive.
I need to change my stats now.
I think a +2 armor would also be kind of expensive.
It probably would be you.
Yeah.
What about you, Samson?
I have only exactly one item that I'm currently looking at. The Ring of Sacred Mistletoe.
The Ring of Sacred Mistletoe.
This tiny ring of living mistletoe coils around the wearer's finger of its own accord, giving a +2 competence bonus to animal handling, knowledge, nature, and wild empathy checks. Furthermore, I can cast Shillelagh once a day.
Why do you want this?
When my wee babby hatches, I'd like the extra bonus on animal handling to be able to care for her better.
Sure. All right, that'll be 6,000 gold.
You know, it occurs to me I should have had a performance going at that jump, just in case I needed to save you from a failed roll.
Yeah, the Ring of the Sacred Mistletoe was actually incredibly well thought out, because I saw it and I was like, that would let me care for the baby.
Kind of.
I would like to be able to do that.
Oh, I know why I have that.
Unfortunately, I'm not a druid, so I can't make any use of wild empathy checks.
I mean, it's just diplomacy, but for animals, so you're not really missing out on much. Hey, look at that.
One
You
thing-
skipped... No, wait. You guys were level 8, right?
Yeah, we were
We
level
were
8.
level 8, but we couldn't level up, even though we had enough XP to.
Yeah.
Oh, you did skip 2 levels. Hooray.
We're 10 now? Nice!
Yes,
Thank
so
you, Guava.
this...
That was a really good trip.
Thank you, Guava. Are you feeling better?
This should be your current EXP.
What?
I gotta adjust Vivi's EXP, sorry.
Hey, Shame, I have a question.
Yeah.
Stabilize as a spell, Reliqua would probably not be happy with that, right?
Correct.
Okay, just making sure. Thank you.
And then she now has 38, so that makes her level 9.
I love Reliqua as a
Yeah.
concept.
I do too. It's just a little hard for me to roleplay sometimes because I'm a little fucking gremlin. I'm trying my best though.
Yeah, we
you're
know
doing
you
a
are
great job.
I'm trying my
adrenaline.
best. Oh, I can get create water. Anyway,
Just because of the whole conflict last session 2 weeks
yes,
ago. Finally.
yes.
Ah,
Look, it's useful. It will eventually be useful.
We're gonna use it twice in the rest of this campaign.
I don't care.
All right, time for me to do some
So-
quick level ups, baby.
Hold on. Catan, you did turn to Guava after all of this was over. And you asked her how she was feeling, if she felt better, and everything else. To which you can see that she has this soft, very slight smile. To which she nods and says, yeah, it's good to know that it was at least there. I'm a little sad that I'm not able to share such a thing with Roxy, but if this infestation issue that we dealt with was around at that time, I don't think Roxy and I would have survived. Also, I don't think Roxy would have liked being rejected by the egg. She probably would have thrown it outside.
Oh.
Real quick, I refunded the gold because I just realized I don't even have a handle animal as a check.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Oh.
All
I
right.
will figure out some other item to make work.
So level 10 is very important for all of you, honestly.
Yeah, things happen here. Alright, let's pull it all up. Blood Rager, Blood Scoundrel, Draconic Bloodline.
Wait, why is it important?
Level 10 is just an important level across the board for everyone
Yeah.
because that's when things start getting
Fun.
funny.
Wow. Alright.
I still don't understand.
I
Go to
just
your level
explained
up
it to
table.
you.
Go to the SRD, look at the level up table, look at number 10. You probably have a lot of stuff there.
No, I don't have anything.
Okay. Well, don't forget we also got level 9. And a feat with that.
Oh, we can
7,
get a
3,
feet.
3.
I love feet.
10, 5.
You might not want
Phrasing.
to say it like that.
I love feet.
Phrasing.
Huh?
Great. Our cleric's a fucking degen. Alright, let's see if I can help you guys out. And help things go by a little bit faster.
Huh, okay.
Oh my god, seriously. Can I have a good fucking roll ever again in my life?
No. Smiles.
Literally. The last ones have been 3,
Oh,
3,
wait.
2, 3,
no,
2.
those are wrong rolls.
I hate everything.
What did
There
you
you
say,
go.
dear?
I rolled wrong. I rolled 2d8s instead of 2d10s. Sorry, I've been a Pokefinder brained.
Pokefire brained, yeah.
Yeah, because Pokefinder is 1d8 for Blood Rager.
Sounds about right. Alright,
Oh, there's
so
Tinnitus.
Blood Rager. You were at 8, so you get a Bloodline feat, as well as a Bloodline spell.
Oh my god, my HP is 107. I'm in the triple digits now.
Let's see.
Wow.
Which means you can either take your Bloodline feat or a Slayer talent, so you get another Slayer talent.
Woohoo.
You unfortunately don't have any damage reduction. And
I get Bloodline Feat, Bloodline Spell, and
I have to check for you for Eldritch Heritage. Because you are mandatory to pick up that feat if you can qualify for it.
for which one?
Eldritch Heritage.
Oh, okay. Alright, am I just gonna forcefully get it?
You are forced to get them at the level that they are bare minimum required, to which that's level 11. So it's not this feat, it's the
Okay.
next feat.
So not now. Alright, that's
Yeah.
fine. Oh wait, hold on, does my sneak attack increase? Let's see.
It might.
1d6 at second level increases by 1d6 for every 4 levels thereafter, so it does.
Nice.
Now it is now it's a 3d8 because I actually improved my my sneak attack damage. Oh right, I have a breath weapon now. I haven't used it yet.
No?
Yes. My Draconic Bloodline. I got at 8th level, I'm just commenting that I don't remember.
That... Hold on. Blood Scoundrel, let's see... Bloodline... Oh, okay.
Yeah, my Draconic Bloodline is a different thing.
Right, your Draconic Bloodline is specifically involving... Actually, do you have Eldritch Heritage on your sheet?
On my sheet, I don't believe I have Eldritch Heritage at all, no.
Okay, now I remember. Because of your class, you don't need to pick up Eldritch Heritage, because you already get access to the Draconic Bloodline.
I see. Okay, alright.
Yeah.
Perfect, that means I just gotta think of a different feat.
Yeah.
To which I will leave that blank. I know I have Double Slice. That's the latest one I picked up, so I'll think of that later. But right now, I'm gonna do the rest of my sheet level up before I deal with feats. And then I'll get back to you.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Vivi now has improved Uncanny Dodge and Sneak Attack 5d6. Let's see. And now she needs another rogue talent, as well as another feat.
Oh, my claws do 1d8 now instead of 1d6. Nice.
Nice.
Big damage.
Big damage.
Big damage. Very nice. So let me take a look at Bloodline Spell, just so I can get that out of the way.
She can finally get improved 2-weapon fighting.
I'm one level off from this alchemist talent. No.
Not bad.
Resist energy is the Bloodline Spell.
Oh my god, wait a minute! I can get the feet! I can get the feet!
Why are you always so excited to get feet?
I can get my angel wings!
Yeah.
Finally.
Sorry, I'm excited.
Yay, finally!
She can get her feet. Her feet.
Yeah, my feet. My feet. I can get feet. Actually, I'm not sure I can. Oh, wait.
That is right. She would have. Remember that. Oh no, wait, no. You passed level 8. You don't have to care about boosting the stat. Vivi has to care about boosting the stat because she now passed level 8.
Oh, my spells per day finally increase.
Yep.
2, 1, 1. Oh, I can get 3rd level spells now. Oh, well, I already know what I'm picking up.
Hey, I got a 4th level spell.
Nice. TV. And so,
Yikey.
Hehehe, tralala.
Okay. Now I get to take a look at Slayer talents.
that I don't know how to count.
Magic. I don't know.
Let me see if there's more information for Folk Slayer. Vicious Claws is what I... Climber, Graceful Faller.
18 plus 3 is 18. That's 15.
Those aren't particularly useful.
Alright, and then I gotta roll for her HP, to which she rolls d8s. Oh, this is one beefy ass fucking rogue.
Yeah, for real. God damn.
Oh.
Oh, I could take a look at Ninja Trick and Rogue Trick.
Kind of, you're very limited. I think Vivi is the first person to breach triple-digit HP out of everyone here.
No,
Catan
Catan
did.
was.
I did.
Aw, damn.
Though she might have more.
She has 100 HP right now.
Oh, I have 107.
Hooray!
Thanks to the fucking
You were
belt. I swear
barely
to God.
stronger than a small child.
You
Good
are
job.
barely
I
stronger
know.
than a small child. How do you feel?
Yippee! It's because of all that broccoli, BB.
That you're barely stronger than a small child?
Yes, that's why you must eat broccoli so you can get stronger than me.
Okay.
I got a new spell to help with my baby. Yippee.
Slayer can select one of the following rogue talents, and a Slayer can select one of the following ninja... Alright, so let's take a look at all the ninja tricks. Thank you.
What are some of them don't have links?
The ninja trick one says, a Slayer can select one of the following ninja tricks in place of a Slayer talent, and it doesn't actually show the links. It just lists them out.
I see.
I'm like, thanks, man.
Thanks.
At least the rogue talent one shows it to me.
It's because no one likes Ninja.
What the fuck? Ninja's cool. Ooh, I could get fast stealth, which allows me to move at full speed while using stealth. That's useful. I don't have minor mech, damn. Obscuring blow.
Teehee.
What the fuck? Once per day as an immediate action when you are hit in combat, you can create a shadow duplicate of yourself? What the
Kinda.
fuck does this mean?
Yeah.
Once per day as an immediate action when the rogue is hit, the rogue can create one single shadow duplicate of herself as per mirror image. The Game Master randomly determines whether the attack would hit the rogue or the shadow duplicate. The shadow duplicate lasts for a number of rounds equal to the rogue's level, or until the shadow duplicate is dispelled or destroyed. This ability does not stack with the mirror image spell. Okay. I see. So once per day I can just get a single mirror image.
Kind of.
Oh
yeah.
man, I can't use Breath of Life either.
No. I am leaning towards fast stealth. I will open that up.
The fast stealth is very nice.
Yeah, and move at full speed while using stealth, which is pretty useful. Make an opponent to act as a flanking partner? Let's see what this is. Unwitting ally. A rogue with this talent can spend a swift action to attempt to make an opponent act like an ally for the purposes of providing a flank until the beginning of the rogue's next. Must be able to hear and see the rogue. The rogue must succeed a bluff check. Okay, this doesn't really seem like Catan. I think fast stealth is probably the best. So that will be fast stealth for the feat, for the Blood Rager feat. Fast stealth. Move at full speed while stealth. Okay, now I gotta think of a different feat. A regular feat for Catan to pick up. So I had double slice.
Do you already have improved 2-weapon fighting?
I just have 2-weapon fighting. I don't have improved.
So you might want to pick up improved then.
Improved 2-weapon fight.
You could just write it out like this. You know, I'll put it in general chat.
Yeah.
You can just do that.
Okay, thank you. During a full round action, you gain 1 additional
There
attack.
you go. I got all my spells done.
You got all your
I'm gonna-
spells done.
Yeah, I got all my spells done.
Tee hee hee.
Should I replace 2-weapon fighting with this, right?
You just write improved in front of it, yeah.
Okay, alright, and then I'll just replace the words.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember, if I needed angelic blood or not, because I know you told me I didn't need it for the other one. Do I still need it if I want to get the wings? I think you said no because it was useless.
Hold on, let me go look at it after I'm done typing up his feat for BB.
Yeah, take your time. I just want to know if I could have my wings or not.
Yes, Missile, what is it that you want? Are you trying to leave now?
This song is really pretty.
Hey babe, can you help me with my my 2-weapon attack string? Because I know this changes it.
Alright, well, what's your BAB?
My BAB, this changes now. It's a 17.
The BAB, not the modifier. The numbers next to BAB.
10-5.
10-5. Okay, so you have 2 attacks with improved 2-weapon fighting. you would have attack 1 through 4. Attack 1 is your primary normal attack. So, you know, your attack melee -2.
Okay.
So 15, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Attack number 2 is your extra attack at your highest BAB.
So that's...
Also a 15.
Yeah.
Attack
Okay.
number 3 is your second extra attack at your highest BAB -5. So it's attack
So
number
that's
3.
10.
And then attack number 4 is off of your second BAB.
Off my second BAB. So that's... Okay.
Meaning it's always going to be 5 less from your first attack, which makes it
A 10.
correct.
No, and my claws go claw 1, claw 2, claw 1, claw 2.
Correct.
Okay, alright, cool. Then it's 15, 15, 10, 10. That's what that is. And now I save.
Quick question for you, Shane.
Mm-hmm.
When something says I would take an investigator talent, do I have to take an investigator talent or can I take a feat?
No, you have to take an investigator talent.
Shit.
Alright,
You
now I
tried
just gotta
this
do my
before,
skills and I should be
you asked
done.
the exact same thing. Can I take it
Am I?
later? No, that's called cheating.
You gotta take it now.
I did not remember. Because all the investigator talents I need are investigator 11.
Yeah, I
Oh
know.
my god.
I know. That's just kind of how it works. Are you trying to leave, Missile? Trying to leave? Alright, goodbye, Missile.
What
Missile.
the frick?
He's trying to go to your room. I think he wants to go potty, to be honest.
I'm entering. Oh, I'm outside.
Alright, Vivi's sheet is done. Kitan, do you need help with your sheet at all? Spells, feats, numbers, shit like that. Okay, she's just not here. Lysandra,
Yeah. I think he took the baby out to go potty.
probably.
Hi. Yes, I just need to know if I need angelic blood or not, or if I can skip that.
What feat are you trying to pick up?
Angel wings.
Angel wings. Let's see.
Yeah. I just remember you saying angelic blood was useless, so for the last one that I got rid of, I was able to skip it, and I just want to know if I could skip it for this or not.
I believe you already picked it up. Let's see.
No, I didn't. The last time it was I had angelic flesh, and that also had the prerequisite of angelic blood, but you said to not do it because angelic blood was useless, you know?
Oh,
And,
yeah. You wouldn't be able to
yeah.
pick it up anyway.
Oh, why?
Because you get feats every odd level, meaning you're getting this feat at level 9. This says you have to be character level 10.
Oh,
Just
so
because
I'll
you're
only be
character
able to
level
get it
10.
At 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because you are
Okay.
character level 10 doesn't mean that you get to pick up the feat now. You have to
Sorry,
pick
I
up feats when
didn't-
they're available.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
Yes, you did.
Um,
Stinky.
But okay, but hold on. Do I need it? Just do it for when I get it. Do I actually need angelic blood or no?
No. You just
Okay,
need to
so I
match the
can just
character
skip that.
level.
Okay, thank you. Then I will not get angelic blood now. I will get something else.
Okay. Well, while you're looking for a feat, Razum,
I think I'm good, just looking through spells.
you think you're good?
Yeah.
Because
Oh.
Call Lightning you already have, which functions like the spell Call Lightning. Do you remember how I do that?
Yeah, you can stack them up and release them all at once, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up to the
Except
maximum that you're allowed to create.
Yeah, well, I do have a question about that. Because the bardic performance, is it exactly the same as Call Lightning, or is my limit my bardic performance?
Let's see. The lightning storm lasts for as long as he continues the performance, calling down one lightning bolt per round. They are increased in stormy areas, or can be limited to call lightning does. So You can cast one down every single turn to where there is no limit. The stacking limit is still maximum of 10, though.
Okay. Good to know.
Which, that has to be equal to your caster level. Granted, you are now level 10, so it doesn't matter. There's that. And then you don't get Call Lightning Storm, which kind of stinks, but that's okay.
I did get Inspired Greatness. That's just a base part one.
Yeah.
I got Jack of all trades, which I noted, and you always say that one's stupid, but it's there.
Yeah.
I
You can just
grabbed
use
Discordant
any
Voice.
skill, even if it normally requires them to be trained. Wow.
That's not that stupid. I've already have like half the fucking skills table.
No,
anyway.
that's not the stupid part. It's level 16. All skills
When I
are
can just take a
considered
20.
class skill.
Oh,
All
I thought it was
skills are
the-
considered class skills at level 16, and then at level 19.
I thought it was the other one where I could just choose to take a 20. when I
No, the
figured
Lore
one.
Master choose to takes a 20, but that's only on knowledge checks.
Yeah, I thought there was something with Jack of all trades. I could, or is it just a 10? It might just be a 10.
Yeah, it's a at 19th level you can choose to take 10 on any skill check. Uncontested.
It's not on my table. I want a 10 anyway.
Man, I had an idea and now I'm sad because I know I can't do it.
So, Williamson, do you need help?
Yes, I have two very brief questions for you. One, because I'm curious if I could make this work as opposed to the ring that I had in mind earlier. If that doesn't work, I did find an investigator talent, but I'm confused by the wording of it.
Uh-huh. What's
So
the
instead
investigator
of
talent?
signature skill,
Alrighty. You gain signature skill as a bonus feat. Let's see, you gain the ability to listen to skills. Choose one skill. You have to have 5 ranks in that skill. As you gain more ranks in the chosen skill, you gain more abilities. If you have 10 or more ranks in the chosen skill, you gain the appropriate abilities immediately. If your chosen skill is craft, knowledge, perform, or profession, you gain the listed powers only for the category of that skill, such as craft bows. This feat can only be taken once. It stacks the rogue's edge ability and the cutting edge rogue talent. I believe that this is from a third party that has a rule structure that I don't use.
yeah, it's from the Everyman Gaming LLC.
Yeah, so it doesn't even link or refer to what it's supposed to be, so you can't pick that up, unfortunately.
Damn, it was included on the list. I got confused. Because I am incredibly dedicated to trying to bond with my babby. So I was
I'm not even
hoping.
hatched yet.
I'm preparing to be a parent.
Uh-huh.
I believe in you.
So I'm gonna take Amazing Inspiration so that all my inspiration is D8s.
I mean, that's what I would have suggested anyway.
And then I did want to very quickly double check about the item that I had in mind, because I want to know if this would work.
You gonna tell me the item, or are you just gonna talk
The
about
Circlet
the
of
item?
Speaking.
Circlet of Speaking.
It's a thin silver circlet that allows any animal wearing it to speak, even if not normally capable of doing so, because it's of a low intelligence score or lack of known languages.
It wouldn't fit.
Wah.
Once they get big enough, yeah. But that's what that is. And you found the item that Sin was trying to find for the cat.
Well, Sydney's welcome.
Though I don't think she's here.
Because
No,
I'm
I'm right
trying
here.
I'm trying to find any item that would let me communicate with it, or give me some kind of bonus to checks with it.
Well, you see, you can just be a parent and bypass most checks. That's the magic of role-playing. especially with the systems that I use.
Fair.
Play your cards right, and you don't have to roll at all. Play them terribly, and you have to roll more. Isn't that right, Lysandra?
Why are you calling me out? What the fuck did I do? Why am I catching strays?
Well, I need to restart my PC. I'll be right back. But I saved my sheet and I sent it.
Okay.
Oh, you did send it?
Yep.
Okay.
And you,
If I
You
did
didn't
anything
adjust
wrong,
your
you let me
level.
know when I come back. Oh, I did. Okay, never mind. I'm fucking stupid. That's like the one thing I forget all the time.
can you,
All right.
can you help me real quick?
What do you need help with?
I just have a single question.
Mm-hmm.
Channel Force. Would that be good for me? It's an ASMR feat, and it uses channel energy.
Let's see.
I'm wondering if I should go down the Channel Force like greater improved line. Like,
Let's see.
Yeah.
Channel Force. Improved and greater. Alright, Channel Force. When you channel energy to deal damage, you may choose to select only a single target within 30 feet. In addition to dealing damage, if that single target fails its saving throw, you may push or pull the target up to 5 feet for every 2d6 points of channel energy damage you are capable of dealing. At a base, this seems very silly. Simply
but,
because if you have selective channel, then you can just ignore people that you don't want to affect. But we'll look at the others to see if they do anything more than that. When using
Yeah,
Channel
that's what I
Force,
was
you can
wondering.
select all creatures in a 60-foot line or a 30-foot cone-shaped burst. You must choose to either push or pull all creatures within the affected area that fail their saves. This one is actually decent. Not because of the push or pull, but because it allows you to do either a 60-foot line or a 30-foot cone. And
Okay.
this is incredibly valuable, because normally it's just a 30-foot radius. But
Yeah.
if people are outside of that radius, or people are all bunched up in a certain way, you can just 30-foot cone and save a lot of time and energy. Or 60-foot line if they're just barely out of range to make sure that you can actually touch them.
okay.
That one's actually pretty good. And then greater, when using improved channel force, you can affect all creatures in a 30-foot radius burst. Huh?
I mean, instead of the cone or the line, you just do everything in the 30 feet, I guess.
Oh yeah, I guess.
So you
can
get
just
like an
affect
additional
everything.
option, basically, I guess.
Now, I will say that the push or pull for every 2d6, assuming that they take damage, can be valuable. This is because if you force movement of creatures, it can provoke and will provoke attacks of opportunity from anyone that's in range when that happens.
Okay.
Now, keep in mind that if you do that, it does have to be a straight line. So you can't have someone like zigzag through your allies. You have to move them in a straight line.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's not terrible. It does have its uses. Considering the campaign, you may find more uses for it than not.
Okay.
I would say if you want to start going down that line, it's not terrible. Because the only feat that you really need for your cleric to function is selective channel and like
Yeah,
toughness.
I already have that.
Like maybe some damage focus feats so that you can hit better with your Morningstar, like weapon focus. But if you want to start focusing more on the channel energy stuff, then the feats that you would want to pick up would be, stuff like channel force, or things that give you more channel energy per day.
Do you know what that would be?
Probably more channel energy is what it's called. That would be my assumption. If not, then let's see, channel energy. I know it would be a basic feat, so learn how to channel energy through equipment, which isn't very good.
Oh, extra channel is what that one is called.
Yeah, there you go,
Channel
extra
energy,
channel.
2 additional times per day. Okay. And do you know of any feats that would help with my little baby, my baby, my itty bitty baby?
It would just be other craft stuff, but I think you got all the ones that you needed. It's just a matter of spending more money to increase its capabilities.
Yeah.
Which
Really
you don't
wish I
have.
could, like, undo his stupid size. So mad about that.
My bad.
Yeah. I have
Oh.
to fucking make an entire new one if I want to keep him small. Well, if he ever gets destroyed, at least I can do that.
Shame.
Yeah.
I did find an item to replace the ring.
What ring?
The Ring of Sacred Mistletoe.
Mm-hmm.
Could I pick up Poisoner's Gloves instead?
Let's see. Poison.
They are a pair of rubbery black gloves with channels leading to each finger. Each glove may be filled with a single dose of a poison, potion, alchemist infusion, or holy water, and I can deliver the dose as a melee touch attack to any target.
Yeah, or as part of an unarmed strike or natural attack with your hands, but you use a stick. So how would this help you?
Well, if I put heroism in one, if I fill one with heroin and one with big juice, then Samson can apply it to himself at the touch of a button.
You can also just do that by drinking your own potion at the same
True.
rate as the action that you would have to do to touch yourself.
Phrasing. I'm just gonna hold my gold then.
Okay. If you did an unarmed strike, Poisoner's Glove is a great thing, but you don't. So what feat are you gonna pick up, Lysandra?
I'm just looking at something real quick, I'm sorry.
Okay. Does
I went
anyone
to go
else
check the
need
craft
help with their
stuff.
sheets?
Nope, I'm good.
I think I'm good.
Alright, if your sheets are done, you may send them so that I can save them. We'll say that you guys probably would have spent, like, maybe a day resting and relaxing, drying off your clothes and all of that, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So my lingering injury score goes down?
I mean, you get one long rest. I don't know if that would be enough to make your lingering injury score go down. So, yeah.
Katana is going to treat Vivi to the library and flirt with the Batwoman.
Well, like I said, you would have gotten back towards the afternoon. So only a day would have happened so far.
Only Catan would still go back to the library because Vivi he did promise Vivi that he would spend the rest of the day at the library with her.
And Samson is
Once
just...
the dungeon was done,
Samson,
remember?
what did I say about stuff that you get from your alchemist?
I thought I filled everything in.
Yes, so why is Amazing Inspiration in your level up feat slot?
Oh, right, I gotta move that up. My bad.
Yes. So spear dancing style is 1, 3, 5, 7, so you need a 9th level feat. You haven't picked out a 9th level feat yet. Also,
Well,
is
that's what I was asking
numerical
about.
alchemy is numerical alchemy also from investigator?
Yes.
So you don't even have a 7th level feat. This is what I mean by organizing it such like that so that I do not read them as such. Does
Wait.
that make...
Do I get investigator talents and feats?
Yes.
Oh.
As I explained before, level up feats is when you get them every odd level. They are not class features. You gain class features when the class tells you that you get them. Hence why you need to organize your feats with your class features above your level up features, because they are different. It is very important. Otherwise, I do not read them properly, and you do not read them properly. So you are 2 feet behind.
So Amazing Alchemy would go... Or Amazing Inspiration would go above Spear Dancing style.
Fame, can I ask a quick question?
Are you asking
I don't want to annoy
ask
you.
a question?
Well, I just don't want to bother you, and you sound a little annoyed, and I don't.
That's just his voice. That's just his
Just my
voice.
voice.
Just
You
bounce
know
out.
this. Also,
I
don't
know
ask to
that
ask a
my-
question, just ask it.
Okay, I know that my channel energy will damage undead. Is there anything else that it will damage?
It damages specifically undead and those that are healed by negative energy. So, you know, like people that have given themselves for the cult.
So cultists and cults, things
Full-fledged
associated with the old
cultists.
god?
Yeah, anyone associated with the old god and stuff like that. I do that ruling so that actually has some use because there are
Yeah.
no undead in the campaign. But
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was like, is it even worth it to take channel force if I don't ever hurt anything? So like, I should ask. Okay,
But I've
thank
explained
you. I'm
that to you a
taking channel
couple of
force.
times, didn't I? Anyone
I
associated
don't
with the
remember.
old gods and the undead take damage from channel energy because they are explicitly associated with the old gods. It's why Catan was so scared the first time that it happened. Because he thought he
Yeah,
was
I
going
gotta
to
be honest with
affected.
you. I genuinely do not remember.
Okay.
That's why I'm asking again. I'm sorry. But I remember now.
Okay.
Now that you answered me.
Thank you.
Alright, I got channel force.
I have a mechanical question
Mm-hmm.
for a spell called Virtuoso Performance.
Mm-hmm.
Does my discordant voice still only apply once, even during 2 performances at once?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's only checking if you're making a performance.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Since I'm missing 2 feats, wouldn't it just make sense to take the other 2 spear dancing feats?
If you want to take them, that is fine.
Hi, honey.
Do you know how to write them in?
Yes.
What?
Probably don't, but that's fine. I got it. Okay. So let me go find the spear dancing so that I can type it out. So spiral. Spear dancing, H style. Spear dancing, H style. Let's see. Okay. Purposes of qualifying for other feats that require staff. Alright, so that is spear dancing reach style. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so while people are finishing up their sheets, I will go back to my explanation from before. When you got back, it would have been pretty much very firmly into the afternoon, to which you would have then spent the rest of the day and the rest of the night effectively relaxing from this particular adventure. Okay? You probably would have gone back to the tavern, taken off your wet clothes, probably started several loads of laundry and so on and so forth, and winded down for the day. Sure, Vivi may have complained a little bit about wanting to go to the library, but the library would have been closed at this time, or close to closing at this time, that it wouldn't have been worth it for her to go back.
Oh.
You then would have gotten, 8 hours worth of rest and everything else. And as you all get up and start doing your morning routine, eating breakfast and everything along those lines, as all of you were more or less just about ready to leave the tavern and go about your day to do whatever it is you planned on doing for that day, you find that Yzma effectively barges down the front door of the tavern and is looking explicitly for all four of you.
Okay.
Hey, why? What's going on?
She looks to be somewhere in between this mess of calm, stressed out, angry, neutral, and everything else. And, oh, hold on. Rith, if you see someone in chat doing !Discord, 9 times out of 10, they are a bot. They are just scanning the chat for a Discord link so that they can join and then spam people for, like, graphics and stuff and all of that, because !Discord is the most common Nightbot command that people use to get the Discord link. I don't use it.
Yeah, that's like literally their first message here.
Yeah, and especially if it's literally their first message, it's 100% a bot. Yeah. Sorry. I know you're just trying to help, but it is the truth. Anyway, as I was saying, she seems to be this mild whirlwind of stressed out and not stressed out. And it's okay. I'm not mad, Rith. It's fine. You didn't know. You don't know how these bots evolve like I do. And she opens and closes her mouth a couple of times and she goes, I don't really know how to explain this. My mom's missing.
Your mom is the Oracle. The Oracle.
What?
Yeah, my mom's missing.
Did you inform
Where
the
did she
authorities?
go?
No. Because, again, it's very weird. Here. And she hands over a letter.
Okay, we take the letter.
And when you get the letter basically addresses all of you by name, and the letter effectively says this: Hello. It may come as a surprise to all of you, but if you are receiving this letter, I have been kidnapped. Don't worry, I'm perfectly fine. I went somewhere north. I'm sure you can find me.
Okay.
Okay
Right.
then.
Well, now that just smells like a trap.
Is that your mom's handwriting?
Ugh.
It is her handwriting, and then she flips the note over and turns it directly towards Samson. No, Samson, it's not a trap.
Yeah, I was gonna say, guys, I don't think it's a trap. She usually can see these things, and she wouldn't have told us about it because it needs to happen. Yeah, no, it doesn't seem like a trap. It just seems like she already knew. She already knew.
Do we have any more evidence to go on aside from north? Because everything is north.
Yzma rolls her hands, going, I don't fucking know. What did you say you guys were here to do again?
Search for cultists?
We had an
Doctor.
issue with a guy named Doctor, a strange fellow in a plague mask.
Probably has to do with him, I guess. Didn't she tell you all to just not worry about it until it was important?
Yeah.
I'm
it
going
seems like
to
it's
assume that
important?
it's now.
Referring to? Okay.
Okay. Well, I guess we're going after your mother.
Yeah. You gonna bring that bard with you?
Guava?
Yeah.
Guava, is she here?
She's
Yeah.
in the tavern. She hasn't come down the stairs yet, though.
We can ask her.
Suppose we
She's
should
always
ask.
welcome help.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hey, having a bard if you're gonna get into a fight is helpful, right? I mean, I know you're
Do
already
you
one,
want
but
to come with us?
of course it's my mom. Why the fuck wouldn't I?
Okay. Well, I'm just making sure. You're asking for other people, you know? I'm just wanting to make sure you're coming too.
I find that very insulting that you think that I wouldn't want to go and rescue my mom.
Not want, it's just, you know, you have other obligations, and I wasn't sure if you could
And
get
what are
away.
my other
you know?
obligations?
Lysandra, looks to the side, then to the ceiling, reading to orphan children. I don't know what else you do.
Yzma leans forward, her mouth opens a bit, and she goes, are you dumb?
No, I just don't pay
Lysandra?
attention to anything else.
Dear, let this one go.
Samson, you tried to ground a child that wasn't your own. I don't want to hear from you.
Samson, can you talk to Guava?
Sure.
Yzma's right. We can always use an extra hand.
Yzma's just mumbling to herself, pinching her nose, like, why the fuck wouldn't I want to go rescue my mom? Jesus.
So Samson will head upstairs to go knock on Guava's door.
To which you don't hear an answer.
Guava?
To which, again, there is no answer.
Guava, I'm respecting your privacy by knocking, but also asserting my concern by opening the door anyways.
To which, the most concerning part about this is that you find that the door is unlocked. So when you enter the room, you see nothing. As in, the room is empty. Guava's belongings are still here, but she is not. Her bed is undone in the way as if, she was sleeping in the bed, but got up and didn't remake the bed. And when I say her stuff is here, her instruments are still in the corner.
Perception check?
Go ahead and roll perception.
Alright, bot. I'm very concerned and I need this, please.
Aww.
And I will roll an inspiration on that.
Okay.
39.
You start to inspect the room with with what you remember how the room was, and you come to a very chilling realization that someone else was here.
Sorry, I had somebody talking to me. What?
I said you come to the very chilling realization as you are examining this room that someone else was here.
Did they leave any clues? Any way to track them?
They did not leave any clues. You don't know when they were in this room, just that they were. And you can tell this due to the fact that what you know of Guava, she's very particular in her organization. And some of the items that she likes to keep track of were not placed down in the exact same spots that they were. As in, let's say for example, she has a framed picture of Roxy next to her bed. While it is true that Guava may pick it up and then place it back on that nightstand, she would always place it back in more or less the exact same spot. But now that picture of Roxy is sitting on top of the dresser, not the nightstand. Things of that nature. Nothing seems to be stolen, it's just things seem to have been moved around. You may go ahead and roll another perception check.
And I will be using a point of inspiration in said room. Plus 1d8. My check is a 23, not a 32. $34.
You continue to examine the room, trying to figure out any other clues that may indicate who or what is here. And the only thing that you can hazard is that whoever entered the room must have been relatively tall, probably about 6 feet. Simply due to the imprints of shoes into the carpet, which match someone who is roughly 6 feet tall. You can't tell the make and model of the shoe, obviously.
Oh, I don't like any of this. Is like the window open?
It is, but not thrown open. Open enough in the way to allow cool air into the room.
Are there any like closets or extra doors in the room?
Yeah. It's just a closet, though.
Can I open the closet?
I don't know,
I
can
don't
you?
think she's hiding in the closet.
May I open the closet?
Yeah, you open the closet and you find what you expect in a closet.
You never know, sometimes there's trapdoors and such.
Okay.
In the bathroom closet.
You know, the fact that the door was unlocked and that the bed was unmade usually indicates that they let the person in. Or the lock itself was picked, which you can examine to see if it was.
I would like to examine the lock.
Vivi is still with us, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
You may inspect the lock with another perception check.
I'm not going to use inspiration on this one because I've only got 2 left.
Didn't we just have a long rest? How many did you use?
Oh wait, we did get a long rest, didn't we?
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, more inspiration. 50.
The lock was not tampered with.
Okay.
Alright, so she had to have opened the door for somebody. Knowing Guava, that's not a long list. Samson's just gonna run down the stairs.
Samson,
Hey,
what's wrong?
Where are you going?
No, like he's running over to the group in a panic.
Okay, all right.
Hey, so Guava's gone.
Hey, gone
how?
where?
Gone as in unlocked door, no Guava, and she left her instruments behind.
Oh,
So she was kidnapped too.
Kidnapped.
We got 2 kidnaps.
Yzma goes, oh. Great.
Oh.
I don't know if that's a bad thing or not.
No,
Well,
it's
I
a
have
very bad
two-
thing.
I have 2 theories. One is that this is a crazy fan, which I really doubt. Second, and slightly more likely, if Dr. Doctor is genuinely the person that took your mom, Yzma, and we know that Dr. Doctor has been experimenting with old god shit, and we also know about that thing on Guava's back.
Samson, was the crown in there? The little tiara? Do you remember seeing it?
Was it?
No.
No, she's still wearing it.
We need
The
to
concerning thing is the door was not tampered with in any way. Whoever took Guava, she let them in.
So someone we know? Or someone disguised
Someone
Who
as
just
Guava knows.
persuaded her? We don't.
Yeah,
Someone could have just knocked and said room service.
yeah, that's true. Okay.
So hey, let's get a move on.
should,
Hold on, we should grab her instruments
Yes,
before we
exactly. Yeah, those are quite valuable. Make sure she has them as soon as she can.
go. Yeah.
Right, I'm on it. Samson just runs back upstairs.
Alright, so you gather all the instruments that she has,
Oh my god.
and you make your way out of the tavern, to which Yzma rubs the side of her head and says, all I know is that the note says that she went north. You mind asking around town to see if they saw her? I'm gonna go over here and check. And she separates from the group for a bit.
Alright.
I think we should try to ask her on maybe the northern fringes of town. If people saw her leaving town.
To which that would be a knowledge local from all of you.
Okie doke.
Do I roll if I don't have that?
If you do not have ranks in the knowledge skill, you cannot roll any.
Okay, thank you. Just double checking.
27.
Which knowledge is this? I'm trying to look at my
Local.
sheet. I think I do have this.
May
Yes,
I
I do.
use my bard shenanigans to just take a dirty 20 on this?
Yeah, as long as you type it in as such, including your modifier. Alrighty, so you make your way toward the north end of town, to which you start talking to any person within earshot if they had seen the Oracle and everything else, and the three of you do run into quite a few people that corroborate that the Oracle was walking north. Go ahead and roll another knowledge local. To which all three of you can just up enter if you feel like doing the same thing again.
I can't because I can only use that once per day.
I see.
Yeah.
The
21
three
are
of
saved for
you
important
continue
things.
to chat and talk with these individuals to try and figure out any information, like was she being dragged, was she kidnapped, who she was with, and stuff like that. And you all hear the same story, give or take, from the people that you're talking with. The Oracle was walking alongside an individual, a man roughly 6 feet tall, simply chatting back and forth. She didn't seem to be in distress. She didn't seem to be worried or anything along those lines. And this particular man was carrying a lagomorph in their arms. The lagomorph seemed to be sleeping as well.
Can you describe the man?
The three of you may once again roll for knowledge local.
Alright, bot, you're so hot.
Stop complimenting the bot's body. You're getting lower than average when you do that. Gotta be meaningful. Personality or something.
Oh my god.
Yeah, what about me?
No, not you. I'm not even rolling. Get out of here.
Yeah, get out of here.
The people do their best to try and explain what this person looked like, and as you talk to them, they all seem to get this mixture of confusion and annoyance, where at first they're like, oh yeah, the person looked like, and the more they try and think about it, the more clear it becomes that they didn't get a good look at the person that the Oracle was walking with. Not because of a quick glance or anything along those lines, but because some kind of magic was being used to block them from either remembering what he looked like or being able to view him at all. Catan, however, did pass the highest DC here, which allows them to get off just the vaguest of descriptions, which is that the only colors that they seem to remember is that this man was purple and white.
Purple
That
and
does
white?
not match the description we're going for. However, I still find this individual exceptionally sketchy since apparently he's using magic to disguise himself.
Is there any way for us to determine whether it is a memory issue or the initial magical sight of him that they couldn't interpret?
You wouldn't be able to know that without being able to assess the magic itself.
Is there any way I can assess the magic itself? Is there any lingering
No,
effect
the,
on
the only
mind?
way that you'd be able to do that is if you're looking at the individual in question.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Okay.
She looked down, she headed north. Are there any significant landmarks north aside from the temple and the spa?
According to these individuals, they wouldn't particularly know, but they do know that they didn't follow the trail all the way up to the spa. They went explicitly north, meaning they followed the dirt trail, and once it started to turn west towards the spa, they walked off the trail and into the trees.
Well, that is a pretty strong lead, at least.
Yep. At least we have a more concrete direction.
We should find Yzma.
Which doesn't take too long for you to do so, and I assume you would then relay the information to her?
Yes.
Yep.
She would think for a moment, and I'm pretty sure you would ask her if there are any landmarks that she would know of in that direction, right?
Yes.
Unfortunately, she would not know. She would find it rather curious, but she wouldn't know. She does know that if you go far enough north, there's a bog.
I guess we should go to the trail and see if we can find where they branched off and see if we can track them the old-fashioned way.
Agreed.
Which would be survival from those who have it.
No, I don't.
Oh,
I don't
let
have
me
any
check
ranks
if I
in it, so
do.
I don't.
Survival. I don't have it. Ha ha ha.
Are there any spells that would help with this? No, not for this. Okay.
Like, one of you should hopefully have it.
I do. I was seeing if I had any spells that would help with it, but not for this
Okay.
specifically.
Oh yeah, I got rid of the one that I had, unfortunately.
All right. Well, thankfully you rolled. The DC for this was 35 too. So Rosin coming in clutch once again. To which, as you start walking along the trail, you listen to you think of the directions that happened with the people that you were talking to, where they just continued north directly off the trail, and you start walking off in that direction, and you eventually come across some footprints in the dirt. They're very faint, and it's not exactly clear. Again, you know, who made them or anything, because the dirt is a little hard. But you at the very least can tell that they are indeed heading directly north. And as you continue to follow these footsteps every now and then, eventually you come across what Yzma described before, a gigantic bog. To which everyone here can go ahead and roll for perception.
Thundercaller came in clutch. I get a +5 from that.
Nice.
You know, I just realized
man.
something.
Yeah.
Why
Oh
does
fuck, that's wrong.
why
I mean,
does my baby have perception if it can't actually tell me anything it sees? But also, why does it have a voice so it can't tell me?
that was
You know
supposed
what
to be
I'm saying?
17. Shame.
Because you
I
need
forgot
one
how
more
low.
thing for it to be able to ascertain that information.
Oh, intelligence! I need that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need that.
32.
Alrighty. So as you look out to the bog before you, you see something that doesn't quite sit right. The bog eventually turns into, I guess, what is best described as a murky lake. And in the center of this lake is a small island. This island isn't very large. Probably, maybe, say like 50 feet wide. Which, sure, is still large, but not particularly large for an island. Because it's really only large enough to house this rather wide tree trunk, to which, while Catan, Rosin, and Lysandra couldn't see, Samson, you spot that this tree trunk is hollowed out in some way, shape, or form.
Hey, so, tree,
Yes.
that tree trunk is hollowed out. Like, unnaturally so.
Well, you've got a bearing, and then let's head over.
So everyone here will then need to make a fortitude save.
All right.
Wait a minute, I
tasty
think I
swamp
have a biggie one of that.
So
Where
this
are you
is
for the
considered a
save?
poisonous effect, if that matters to anyone.
Oh no, it's a Dark Soul swamp.
Oh, hey, so, I get a +6 bonus on all saves against poison.
Then go ahead and include it.
I'm too. No, the bot hates me right now.
You can seduce the bot enough.
I know.
21.
Alright, so all of you succeeded. You don't huff in or accidentally swallow any fucking swamp water. And as you make it up into the island, you look down the tree trunk, and you see that there is a set of concrete stairs leading into the abyss.
Right.
And that will be where we end today's session.
Okay.
Okay. Aw.
Hooray.
So, I would like to thank you all for being here. I'd like to thank you all for coming out. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your afternoon, evening, and good night.
Good night. Goodbye.